a vestibule at St. Pat's doing
ass sex.
Lick, 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 lick.
Sounds great.
Complete whores.
Opie and Anthony got this couple to have sex in New York's St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Desecration against the church is disrespectful. It's a true sacrilege.
It was just a joke. Opie's fault again.
How can we blow up our lives today?
You rocking sex. Uh-oh, we're in it again.
They hire people who are artists to do a certain thing, and then when they go too far, they suddenly wash their hands of them if they feel the heat is too heavy.
Opie and Anthony should not have been fired.
Technically, we didn't get fired.
They probably shouldn't have hired them in the first place.
Exiled radio hosts.
They had been fired in Boston after announcing that the mayor was killed. Another prank.
And I go, Anthony, I got a great idea today. We're going to tell the whole city of Boston that the mayor died in a fiery car crash while he was on vacation in Florida. What do you think?
Oh my God, is this a bad one?
Oh, it just gets worse and worse.
Everything just went right down the crapper.
Can I just say fuck?
The duo is signed on with XM Satellite Radio.
Thank God.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Oh, what a glorious day.
It's all about me. I play golf with old guys.
I am a grinning idiot. Act.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony. We're back now at the new Climate Radio. Ho, ho, Opie.
Thank you. You don't go to CNN for dick jokes. Don't come to O&A for hard-hitting news.
Я обожаю Опи и Энтони.
私はOpieとAnthony毎日聞きます。
Опи хуй, большой и красивый.
I don't know.
Your mom's box.
We stink.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Pop, pop, pop.
Wah. Yup, 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 yup.
Hello, exactly.
Hello, exactly.
I want to kiss you on the mouth.
Oh.
Do you want to kiss me?
You want to kiss me?
Put the fucking lotion in the bag.
Let's start by giving some good mornings out. Good morning to the faithful listeners of this program.
Good morning.
Good morning to the O&A pests.
Good morning.
Good morning to everybody watching on Pal Talk.
Good morning.
Good morning to our enemies. They listen too.
No.
They want to see what we're up to.
No.
And good morning to all the people that just hate our fucking guts, but have to listen anyway.
Good morning.
Did we forget anyone?
I don't think so.
When are we taking this spaceship down?
The stainless steel donut that resides above our heads as some kind of futuristic reminder that satellite radio is something of the new millennium. I think it ought to come down immediately.
I asked for it to come down a while ago because I still hate the lighting in this studio.
Here's what it is. It is a bit of perforated steel in the shape of a circle with a hole in the middle and a little dropped light in the middle of it. Now, along its perimeter, behind the perforations, are lights that would really brighten the studio up. But the fact that the metal piece and the perforated metal diffuse the lighting, it makes it dimmer in here. It would be very bright and nice and shiny and cheery if this metal donut was gone.
We've been asking for more light for so long I can't even remember anymore.
The lamps do nothing that we brought in. They really don't.
We had to go out and buy lamps. Everyone knows that. The faithful listeners know that. And then the latest thing, we're going on vacation soon. It's vacation time.
Ooh.
And it was promised to us that while on vacation, that wall behind little Jimmy Norton's coming down, and the studio is going to be built out all the way to our office. It's going to be one of the biggest radio studios ever.
It could be wonderful.
I guarantee you that is not going to happen.
Well, that's why I'm going on the air today and saying that, yes. Of course it's not going to happen. Like you said just before we went on the air, the place that's supposed to be ours, that they promised was going to be ours so long ago, once again, I don't even know the date. They finally moved some of the people, but their stuff is still here.
Yeah, what's that about?
I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, everything, the people are gone. but everything that they worked with is still here.
Only like half the people are gone.
I don't see anybody else.
Only half the people are gone. All these CDs are whatever. The cubicles are still here. Obviously, there's no way they're even beginning to start construction on the new facility.
I know one person
like
that's
was
gone.
Promised.
E-Rock. He apparently isn't here.
Where is he?
I have no idea.
E-Rock just woke up.
Worst attendance record ever.
He just woke up.
He's like me in school. He's me in school.
Did he
just woke up, did he? Did he? Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'll talk until 2:30 in the morning might do that to you.
It certainly will. I say we all cock whip him. Right across his fat, dumb face.
With all of our cocks.
Absolutely.
You know, right now, too, he's just completely panicking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He called Ben about 15 minutes ago. I just woke up. Oh, my God.
Thank God the Gowanus is never clogged at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. He'll make it in by 8:30 if he's lucky, with his hair askew.
Oh, of course it's askew.
Of course, we're all going to have to suffer because he's not going to have time to brush his teeth.
He's going to have that puss on his face. Oh, you know damn well. There was no brushing.
Wait, can he hop in a subway, though, or can't he just take a train?
From Brooklyn, trains are like a pain in the ass, I hear.
Yeah,
Never
you ever see a subway map?
It's a nightmare, right?
Brooklyn's a pain in the ass. There's like 20,000 stops.
And it's weird. They go,
Yeah.
they do real long
Way
left
out of the
turns all the way down to Coney Island, come back up around.
Then you come back up. I don't know.
Whatever.
You got to change a train before you even leave Brooklyn.
It couldn't be worse than taking the roadway, though, this time of morning.
Why are we changing the subject, though?
What were we talking
about?
The facility.
Yeah.
Wasn't it promised us that it was going to start in January? Now we're heading toward April pretty quickly now, and still nothing. Just nothing.
Well, I think we should hold judgment until after vacation, because maybe with the speed of light, they will come in here and whisk everything out and have everything. Hey, what? Laughter? Does anyone remember laughter?
Well, maybe Ben could call somebody today and just find out, because today's Tuesday, right? So we got a few days. Maybe we can ask them what their plans are.
It really is just the weirdest thing. We're out of sight, out of mind.
It's got its good points.
We continue to do unbelievable radio and do live appearances, and the show is just growing and growing and growing. And Washington gets us when they can. When they can. Yeah, it has to be said, because this was supposed to be done in January.
We're self-sufficient, is what it is. They've deemed us self-sufficient, in need of no support because we kick ass. They're looking at other programs and things that they have to help, that need their crutch.
You know what? Here's something. Then stop promising us shit. I'm sick of being promised shit. Just don't tell us anything.
I bet that's one promise they'll make. They'll promise never to promise us anything.
That's fine. That's fine. How about this? Just surprise us.
I like a surprise.
One day we walk in and go, whoa, hey, what the hell is going on here? Mm-hmm. Instead of telling us what's going to happen and then never getting to it.
All our shit is packed in boxes. Surprise.
Well, wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, hi.
Oh. So anyway, I don't know. All I know is we're going on vacation. We were promised that this whole thing was going to be rebuilt while we were gone.
Promises.
You would think there'd be a guy with some kind of ruler or something walking around by now. I mean,
a ruler at least. Make it look good, right?
Just send some ass
guy
up
with
from
the tape
Washington,
measure.
you know.
That's a good idea. Imagine how excited we'd be if some guy walked in here with like overalls and a tape measure and just started measuring stuff.
And just make dumb measurements that mean nothing.
We'd be like, oh, hey, it's going down.
Well, we wouldn't know the difference. Just you know, like you said, overalls. No, I don't even want one of those laser rulers. I want old school rulers.
The old school.
With maybe a pencil behind his ear, like he's just marking off things.
A miter box and a saw.
Right.
Like the 50s.
Some kind of level.
Just leveling things. That'd be good if he came in and just threw a level on a few things. Fake us out.
Really, give us something for once.
Hope.
For once! God damn.
Whose decision is it? Like, why I don't understand why they can't just go, let's do this and then get it done. What's the problem?
It's a corporation, Jimmy.
This is the problem when you're a motivated person. We're too motivated. We're too motivated.
It's kind of what we talked about yesterday.
I guess we should just kind of sit back and relax and let it happen slowly. Because that's what we do. That's what we've done our whole careers.
Yeah.
Wait for other people to make us, popular. and make the
Yeah.
show good. That's what we'll do.
That trick never worked.
But we did ask for at least, fucking more light in this place.
Get rid of the circular thing that's in the bridge of the Enterprise.
Or figure out how to get more light in here.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw up more lights. Do whatever. Take this stupid foam down. We don't need a soundproof studio.
They could leave the circle up there if they put some, imagine some clip-on lights like that.
Can't you cut
in
right
this
through
thing,
that?
in a circular thing that goes out like that?
Right.
Oh, that'd look cool, too. Look like lasers.
That sounds like something that should take, I don't know, a day. And we're still asking for it.
Get Earl on it. Make it take a month and a half.
It said a lot the day that our clock stopped and we couldn't reset them.
Mm.
That was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my radio career.
Yeah.
A clock stops, and it's not a quick fix.
Because it had to be reset
and I don't even
in
want
Washington.
anyone to fucking explain it to me.
It had to be reset in Washington.
That just sounds ridiculous.
Imagine your clock stops and you must call another state, not even a bordering state, to reset your clock.
Reset it.
Crazy.
It's a weird world we live in. Anthony in Philly, what's up?
Hey, boys, my uncle's Bob Vila if you want me to get in touch with him.
Really? Your uncle?
No,
is
he's not.
Oh. Why did you?
So,
Why did you say that?
Because I'm an asshole.
Wait. No, I wanna really get inside your head here. You just said, is your last name Vila?
No, I said my uncle's Bob Vila. You guys were bitching about the office.
About the construction. Oh. Hold on.
There's nothing more than I wanted than that. I was hoping for it.
All right, what do you got
Anyway, Opie's favorite news broadcaster got you guys some primetime plugs last night. Let me play it for you.
Taken aback that I was talking to people who had left the church who were critical of the church.
But they seem to move swiftly with you. But about the Isaac Hayes incident, let me play a clip from Mr. Hayes on the Oakley and Anthony radio show. It was just after the original episode about Scientology aired last year.
One thing about Matt and Trey, they lampoon everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take that serious, then I'll say the Brooklyn Bridge for $2.
So he didn't take it seriously when he acted.
Did you guys get that?
Ooh. Wow, look at that.
Ooh.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like that. That'll help the program.
Keith Olbermann?
Maybe.
What, Anthony?
Nothing. Hey, Jimmy?
God, you know what? You had gold for us, and you just turned it into shit.
You know what he is? I appreciate the effort, sir.
You had a nugget of gold you found.
You're a stuttering, muttering prick.
And your presentation was just awful.
Sorry, boy.
Like a miner, he finds all his gold, but he doesn't even know how to sell it.
No.
It's like, shit, man, I got a wheelbarrow full of gold.
That's it.
And what am I going to do with this?
He's like LaMotta, prying the jewels out of the championship belt.
Right. No, I'm just kidding, Anthony. Thank you.
I'll take my list. Hey, you guys.
Good job.
You're lucky we're close to vacation. We don't give a shit. Let's go to Kevin in Ohio. Kevin.
Hey, I want to nominate you guys for Extreme Office Makeover.
Oh, hey, did they do that?
Hey, can we call one of those programs?
That'd be good.
I don't know, but I'm going to put together like a really sad sob story about how you guys need your office and see if I'll actually send it in and see if they actually nominate you.
I was watching one yesterday. It's on TLC. It's called While You Were Gone or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
What is that the name of the show? Does anyone know?
There's 8
I think
billion
that's what
of
it
those shows.
So this young couple, they got like this triple-decker house in Chicago with a really tiny backyard. They're basically in a really bad neighborhood, and they have this plot of land in the back. So she decides while he's in Vegas doing his music that she's going to turn it into some kind of Greek temple.
Oh. Where do these people get these wacky ideas?
So they spend like 2 days while he's in Vegas,
ruining the yard.
Yeah, making a fire pit and kind of looks like it's something you would see in Greece.
And this represents the Parthenon.
Right, exactly.
Does it?
Exactly. and then then they built a deck, and behind the deck is just a blue door that makes no sense as far as the rest of the house or the backyard goes. But the blue door is supposed to remind them when they were on their honeymoon and they had some kind of suite.
Yeah.
They had a blue door that opened up to a deck. Yeah, it's just like being...
No, they misinterpreted it. She blew him against the door.
It's just like being in Santorini or Mykonos
sure.
or something.
You want to remind them of the honeymoon? How about you fucking put like a wife that's young and good looking and fucks? Why don't you put that in the backyard?
And she's some kind of like designer or something, so she had to get her hands involved and
little sweat equity.
It just looked completely out of place with all the other yards in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
it was silly.
Those things are ridiculous when they bring those designers in. Some of them are high end. You know, when they take a wrecking ball to the whole house and build it back up.
Oh no, this was
that's
just
fine.
This was just little projects you do.
Yeah, the cheaper the channel is, the cheaper the project. So they come in with, scarves and driftwood. And these window treatments are wonderful. We just used a little driftwood and draped some scarves over it that we got at the thrift store, and it looks like shit.
Yeah.
Wonderful, faggot. Can you leave now so I can put this back?
I hate when they put like a little cushion by the window and they make it a seat. Like to sit there and who the fuck sits
And
against the
think.
window and thinks?
It's called a window seat.
Window seats blow.
Here's what I can't stand. Chairs that have nothing in front of them or around them to entertain you with. Yep. It's a chair. You're supposed to sit there and do what? And ponder and think and reflect.
Like a fucking Maxell ad. You're sitting there alone with wind blowing in your dumb face.
What are you going to do? Put a TV or a monitor in there. Get me a radio. Something. Just a big cushy chair to sit and look out the window like a lunatic.
Well, the best, I think we talked about this when they do the Extreme Home Makeover, whatever the hell that show's called.
Yeah.
And they take a house in the ghetto and make it a palace, and then they just go home.
They leave in their armored personnel carriers, and the family's left to fend like it's the Alamo.
Right. They just go home. Next thing you know, you give Junior, who's 6 years old, like a shotgun because you finally have to go to bed to watch over the place.
Neighborhood thugs picking it apart like ants taking a cricket apart, a piece at a time.
I'm like, no one else sees
to our fence.
No one else sees how ridiculous this is to make a palace in the ghetto like that. Or the famous Pimp Your Ride. They always find someone in a bad neighborhood, and next thing you know, they have a car that's worth $100,000.
Yeah. Congrats, you're going to have a gun to your head in about a week.
That's the reality show I want to see. Just keep a camera on the house they just made
don't
over.
leave.
Just keep the camera running, like a Pal Talk camera.
Yep.
Watch the destruction over about 2 or 3 months.
Be able to tune in and see what happens.
Yeah.
I want to have an extreme makeover where they come in and they just put mouths at waist level all over my apartment. So that's whenever I need a mouth, it's right there. How about that type of makeover? That'd be nice. Just a hole in the wall with goo and gush around it for your pleasure.
Little tape recorders that go.
Steve in Florida. Steve,
this is the
what's going on,
room.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, I got something to say to you guys, man.
Yeah,
all right.
You guys are taking off. Ann's bought a house. Jimmy's doing great. Your radio show is blowing off, and you guys are bitching about a fucking light.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Because we want to broadcast even better.
We want to see how well we're doing.
The lights are annoying in here. It's very dim. I think if it's brighter, we would actually do an even better show.
Don't call this room dim no more.
And we bring it up. Ooh. And I'm sorry we keep bringing it up, but it's something that we really do need fixed. We've talked about it behind the scenes. We've talked about it on the air. We don't know what else to do, Steve. For some reason, they don't want to fix the lights. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Because I've already lost hope on the fact that they're going to actually blow this wall out anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't see it happen.
So at least fix the freaking lights for us.
I guess I just don't understand, man. I mean, you guys are doing great. Your show's taking off. You're blowing up.
Dude, picture your job, right? Not that you don't love the job, but there's little things about it that would make it easier. And if you can't see as well, all you want is the lights fixed. We'd like more light. That's not a big thing to ask for. It's not like we're saying we want more expensive lights. We just want the thing that's blocking the light removed so we can see better.
And it would actually help because we're on to this whole Pal Talk thing, and we're using webcams now, so we want to light up the area a little better as well.
And the office being bigger, our studio being bigger helps. We want a band to come in and play. Because the main facility in XM is in D.C., so to have a band play acoustic or something would be nice to have that option here.
We've had unbelievable visions for what we want this show to be when we got to XM, and we're still waiting for them to catch up to us. We want a lounge built. We want a place where there's a stage where people can come in and perform.
Yep.
We have the plans. And they were promised us last time we were in Washington. I couldn't even tell you the last time we were in Washington. And they said the first of the year, we're moving the people out, and soon after that, we'll start construction. And then that date passed by, and then they're like, well, when you're on vacation, we'll start the construction because it'll be easier then. And I don't see how they're possibly going to start the construction. I'm not listening to you, Steve. Do you notice that yet? You said what you had to say, and now you got me more pissed off, so now I have to rant a little bit.
Don't cut yourself short, man, because you guys have an
How about we cut you short?
There you go. Because you're not listening. You know, we have a vision for this program, and if we get what we want,
we just can't see it because the lights off. Yeah, it's dark.
But you know, just don't promise us anything, please.
Yeah.
Just surprise us. That's how we work now. Just surprise us. Hopefully with good stuff.
Love the surprise.
All of a sudden, you're not going to believe this, guys, but. Holy crap. And then we get to go, well, why didn't you tell us?
And that's great. When we come in from vacation and it's all done, wouldn't that be amazing?
And the weird thing is how the corporate world, works. They hope you have a short-term memory. Like, they're not going to remember that we told them that the first of the year we were going to redo the studio. But we're going to redo it while you're on vacation. And then that's not going to happen. They go, yeah, this is what they do then. Well, we know we promised that while you were on vacation we were going to do the construction, but now we got to wait till June.
It's been pushed off because budget matters.
But they're already hoping you forgot that they initially promised it to you back in January.
Yeah,
and that's how the corporate world works. They just keep pushing things off and hope your memory fades.
And they wonder we have no respect for them. It's corporation. Any corporation, what happens. No one wants to accept responsibility for everything. They just talk to shut you up, and then we don't know what happened. Yuck.
All right. Well, Jamie in New Jersey. Jamie, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
How you doing, girl's name?
Hey. That UFO on the ceiling's probably worth a couple $1,000. You ought to rip it down off the ceiling, have everybody coming in, sign the thing, and auction it off on eBay.
Well, I asked Anthony how easy it would be to take this down today. Where'd he go? All right. We'll move on here. Let's go to Mark in Ohio. Mark?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, got a quick home makeover story for you.
Yeah.
We recently had a guy who had his house totally done. They gave him a brand-new Harley. About a week or two ago, he had his Harley stolen.
I told you, man.
Jesus. That's great.
See, this is what they don't want to tell you.
Thanks.
They know they're leaving these neighborhoods and pretty much saying, hey, good luck, bro.
It's like a pile of cash in the street, and then they drive away.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Well, I'll take this call because it comes in a lot. Clint in San Antonio. What's up, Clint?
Hey, I just want to know, did you bitch this much when you guys were on in the afternoons, or are you guys just grouchy morning guy?
Both.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, there's definitely a degree of bitching on this program because we get frustrated. Clint, we get frustrated. We're promised things, and then it just never happens. I should get a list of the things that they promised us when we first got to XM and throw it on a website, and then you would understand why we bitch so much.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I understand. I mean, it just seems like first thing in the morning,
as
soon as the music stops playing, it's ooh, money.
We're not bitching. Dude, we're not bitching about money. We're not asking about money.
Clint.
That was just my feeble attempt at my Anthony Howie impression.
That was horrible.
Clint, let me tell you.
Say lighting.
Yeah, Clint, let me.
Office.
We would love to bitch and let you all know that we're drastically underpaid, but no one's going to understand that. But we are. We're underpaid too. When you see,
there you go, Opie. The multitudes out there are really going to sympathize with that one.
The New York papers had no problem printing up Howard Stern's salary. And
now
it's
that's a lot of money.
Holy shit! Are you fucking kidding me?
It's got to be $10-20 more than I make.
The guy was making a minimum of $20 million a year for many years straight.
But after taxes.
Yeah, right. You got to cut that in half.
Yeah, yuck.
And then what are you going to do with that?
Exactly. Besides live and buy everything you want.
Me a bag of shells.
But Clint, and every day there seems to be a tiny little thing that's going on, and we need our equipment working, perfectly so we can broadcast. That's all. But if I showed you the list, you would be amazed. You'd be amazed. We sat down.
I love you guys.
You know what? We sat down with XM. The first thing they said was, the first thing we're going to do is get a national TV commercial out there. Still waiting for that.
All right.
Remember the ideas? We came up with all these ideas. People were in a conference room laughing and laughing. Oh, my God, that's terrific.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
Let me. No, nothing.
We ended up in some kind of like music papers, underground music papers.
We were above urinals.
And we were above urinals for a while.
Oh,
That's just like a national TV spot.
Right.
But they hope we forgot all that shit. We were in underground music papers.
You see the ads around here on the backs of the buses for the radio chick?
Are you kidding?
Dude. Built like a woman, thinks like a man. Yeah, that's what yeah. It's an awful, awful, awful promotion.
Built like a woman and thinks like, oh,
yeah.
That's intriguing.
That's great.
Does she? Really?
The best part is they're trying to make her look like she's still hot. She hasn't been hot in 10 years, but they keep photo brushing her fucking publicity photos.
Oh shit!
They're starting to use weird angles and like
lighting
and what's called the heart lens.
Yeah, the heart lens. It's the one they started using on the band Heart later in their career.
For the rest of the country, the radio chick is this female shock jock in New York. We worked with I don't know, an NEW. I don't know where it all went wrong with her. She was convinced that I got her fired, which is just not true. But they try to make it sound like she's really a sexy bitch, and that she has big tits and everything. Ugh.
My grandmother's got big tits too. Put it that way. Doesn't necessarily complete the package.
But it doesn't hurt either.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna fuck a much older woman, she might as well have big, nice tits to wrap around your hug.
Well, look. Here's the latest. Look, here's the latest shot. They actually have the cameraman stuck to the ceiling.
Yeah, she's kind of looking up.
And she's looking
up. Because
up.
looking up is very good. It stretches the face out.
Looking up...
so it's almost like a facelift.
Looking up takes care of a world of hurt.
And then what you also have to do is overexpose the picture. Make it very light so it takes away from any imperfections.
Shadowing wrinkles, right?
Shadowing, and it's looking down on her cleavage.
I'm sure she was hot back in her day, but...
I would say probably early 90s.
But the old gag of,
hot.
you're a hot chick on the radio, come on.
See, the thing is, sexy is never funny. It's like you shouldn't sell yourself as a sexy chick who's if you're becoming a mess, be a mess. That's what's in her. No one wanted to fuck Roseanne. You laughed at her, though, because she's funny. Stop trying to be sexy. Sexy and funny never go hand in hand. They just don't. When you're trying to market yourself as sassy... And, really a pretty thing to look at. And also funny. It's not happening.
No.
I'm sorry. You find me one really funny, sexy woman.
So what does the billboard say in the back of the bus?
It says, built like a woman.
Oh, yeah, thinks like a man. Okay.
Thinks like a man.
Wow, that's nice. It's also what Andrea Yates has on her fucking back of her car. By the way, I love the fact that her ex-husband just married, and now she's on a retrial.
Yeah.
And they were monitoring her to see if...
What woman... I understand he had absolutely nothing to do with it and everything like that, but what woman wants to take on that kind of fucking baggage? The guy's kids were drowned one by one.
You know there's at least 5 days a year he's going to be miserable?
Oh, at least.
I'm not counting holidays.
Christmas and there's 5 little birthdays.
Oh, I forgot, June 11th.
It's April 8th!
What is wrong?
She's just looking at the calendar. It's got to be spread out like it's a couple of times a couple of months.
You can't go on vacation with him.
No. You got to plan
It's November 3rd!
He was my oldest.
For at least 1 minute, she was the oldest.
Wow.
What is wrong with you?
That's just a lot of baggage.
It certainly is.
For a woman to take on.
So he got remarried?
Yes.
Yep.
Remarried ceremony.
On the day of her that her retrial started.
Let's go to Jake in New York.
Why don't we just, as a society, just snub her out like a roach? Why is she alive?
Why is there a retrial now?
Well, that's probably just for insanity reasons.
Yeah, it is.
Psychiatrist.
Well, Jimmy, it would cost more to kill her than put her away for her life in a prison.
I'll pony up a few bucks.
Why not?
Let's go to Jake in New York.
Hey, guys, have you seen David Lee Roth's billboard? He looks like fucking Jack Nicholson from the Cuckoo's Nest after the lobotomy. He's got a look on his face like fucking Bela Lugosi. It's horrendous. He's white. He looks like he's fucking dead.
Yeah. What does the ad say? Is there some slogan with it?
It just says David Lee Roth in the morning. You know, it doesn't really say anything.
Oh, come on in, / plenty of room.
There was some kind of a catchphrase.
Right.
Can't remember it though.
Running with the devil.
Oh,
Running
with the devil. That was it.
Boy,
Ben has got to be
terrific.
kidding.
Yes.
Ben, please tell me you're joking.
No.
That couldn't be real.
It says "Running with the Devil," David Lee Roth.
All right,
Who is a reference to the audience?
Here's today's bit, because we love, pulling down the old eighth wall there.
Whoa, octagon.
The octagon, right.
Mm-hmm.
Has there ever been a radio billboard that was good?
A good one?
I've been all over the country, and you see, like, the local morning shows, billboards and stuff, and they're
They
always
all stink.
awful.
They're hokey or have awful little catchphrase sayings to them.
Funny faces, like the mouth wide open, the hands splayed out, like, what the hey?
What do you want from me?
What
I'm
the
just
hey?
a radio guy.
I'm trying to remember some of the...
Or the gay team guys. Like the big fat radio jock guy.
Yeah.
There was what was the duo that was in Jersey for a while? Their billboard was like right when you used to lose K-Rock's signal on there. They were the morning guys up there forever.
Were they in Dover?
Shit. No.
I have no idea.
Right around like Bridgeport, you'd hit
Oh,
starts with an M, I think.
A and DS.
No, you have no idea.
No clue. Someone will help us out.
Yeah.
But let's get some of those.
But they were. Let me just say, their billboard was two big, just fat guys, and standing there all fat with that wacky look like Jimmy had on his face, like, what? Hey, we're just fat guys on the air. You'll love us. Ugh. And
Hawaiian
I passed
shirts?
it. Yeah, that type of. If it wasn't Hawaiian, it was just like an awful Van Heusen sweater.
that would be a fun website to go to, by the way. Just badradiobillboards.org.
.org.
Not even good enough for the .com.
See that billboard? Fucking Opie and Anthony show. Most of us get here on time.
How was the cruise in there, E-Rock?
I'm surprised he made it this fast.
Rough.
What's up, B-Rock?
Hey, sweetie.
What happened to you this morning?
I ran late.
Whoa, hey, easy. Don't cause a ruckus.
Jesus, free feedback. That would,
we know
that
you're
would
late.
work good as an alarm clock, that feedback.
We know you're late.
Yeah.
What happened?
Overslept.
Alarm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
See, I don't...
Slept right through it.
Stop using that mic now.
Holy Oh, great. Now my mic is all... Is it the headphones or the mic?
See, I don't have sympathy for the oversleeping excuse when you do morning radio. I got 2 alarm clocks, one that's plugged in and one that's not plugged in, just in case electricity goes out.
Yeah.
Here's what you get. Get yourself a Bose. If you sleep through a Bose alarm clock, because I wake up to Sinatra every morning because I couldn't take Ozzy. It was too fucking loud. It was too disturbing to wake up to I don't know. There's nothing louder. You can't sleep through a Bose alarm. You cannot do it. If you do, you're a cadaver.
You know what I wake up to every morning?
Oh, you got that one? I hate that alarm. Oh, where's the snooze button? Oh.
Thank you.
I don't like that, actually.
God damn, I'd rather hear Jimmy checking his mic.
I was trying out a new bit. What do you think?
I like it a lot.
Alarm clock Tuesday. Thank you.
Cool. My mic check is what's wrong with my mic check.
By the way, my new bit's not ripping off your new bit. It's a little different. You do mic check,
please
and I
not
do alarm.
be a new bit, and can we never hear it again? Wow.
It's fine. We can both do this. We can both do them. It's fun.
It's Alarm Clock Tuesday, yes. Speaking of Tuesday. Stop, that's my bit.
What? But I was just...
You were going to do my bit. I know.
No, it was
I could tell. You were easing into it.
I'm scared.
Let's go to Bill in Vermont. Bill, what's up?
Yo, Anthony, were those 2 radio guys in the billboard? Was it Mark and Brian?
No.
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 All right, I'm dog bombing out.
All right. I want to get some hacky billboards now. Rob on Long Island. Rob?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, Anthony, I was driving down North Ocean Avenue near where your mom lives, and I saw this billboard that said, like, spread the virus. You know, I thought that was a little hacky.
It's not.
Spread the virus isn't hacky.
Yeah,
we could defend that. Yeah, we finally got a billboard and it says spread the virus. That's a lot better than the other ones out there.
Do we have bottled water yet?
No, of course not.
Why can't we get by? How many days do you have to? This is. I know the thing. I'm being a prima donna. Just water.
Water diva.
I didn't say I'd like Perrier. Where's the lime, boy?
I guess.
I don't like Perrier. It's fucking fizzy. I just
I
want
love
bottled.
fizzy.
Who runs things around here? Just bottled water.
Oh,
bottled fucking water, please.
All right, here's our.
I'll even pay for it.
Here's our
Some of
first
it.
billboard. TJ in Pennsylvania. TJ.
Yeah, buddy, your old Bearman friend who does radio in Allentown has one. Him and his partner have their shirts off and all their fat, hairy selves backwards with the radio station across their backs.
And what's the slogan?
I want to do that.
It's just the name of the Bearman and Keith show.
Well, we're looking more for like the hacky like slogans and stuff.
All right, buddy.
All right, thank you, bro.
Yep, later.
It's always awkward whenever they have a white background and people just standing like against the white background. They feel like they have to do something interesting, and it never works.
All right.
Yeah. And then it's just the blank background and them with the face.
Huh? Let's go to Paul in New Jersey. Paul, what's
What?
up?
Hello.
Yes.
Were you the guy that got beat up at the Hard Rock?
Well, yeah, hell yeah, man.
Were you the guy that it took like 4 like officers to get down?
Actually, there was 4 NYC police officers and 3 Hard Rock security guards.
Now,
you got to walk us through this because all we
yeah.
know, we were talking about this yesterday. Anthony and I were just doing a little signing after the live broadcast at the Hard Rock Cafe, and all of a sudden we heard this huge thud from behind us, and it was this big,
Oh, that'd be me.
All right, it was
Yep,
it
that
was
was your head.
We had thick glass behind us that opened up to the entrance of the Hard Rock, basically the stairs or whatever.
Right.
And that was your head that was going into it.
Well, what had happened was right where you guys were set up for your signing and stuff. I was sitting right in those chairs there above the broadcast area, like
the
VIP area. I had turned that partition, which I didn't know was a partition, or I didn't even know it was glass until I heard it on the replay yesterday. But as I turned that corner, I kind of like bounced into some guy, and what had happened was he didn't like it too much, so he pushed me and punched me in the back of my head. At that point, I got my bearings, I swung back at him. Then all of a sudden, 3 security guards were on top of me. They kind of like jumped on me. I got pepper sprayed, and I guess I'm not quite sure as when you guys, I didn't even know you guys were right behind that wall there.
Oh, we watched the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Dude, you got your ass handed to you.
Paul, you're an animal, man. It took for a while for them to get you down.
Why were you then fighting with security though?
Well, at this point, they had jumped on top of me, and I just wanted to stand up just to explain. Listen, man,
hold on. Here's where everyone makes a mistake, from the guy at the bar to the guy on the episode of Cops. Why does everyone feel they have to stand up to explain themselves when they will keep hitting you to keep you down? Like, I hear that excuse all the time. Hey, I was just trying to stand up and explain. And it's like, no, wait, I'm explaining. And the guy's going, put your hands behind your back, put your hands behind your back. And they're obviously fighting. Why not just get on the ground and then explain?
Well, why not just grab the guy that sucker punched me also, you know? I mean, it's I'm at a position
Well,
of...
someone did have him grabbed, but then he wasn't fighting back, so they just let him kind of relax.
Yeah, he's kind of like lingered away, and I just wanted to get up and explain myself, and at that point, my wife, you know, I was on the ground, and I kind of felt like Neo from Revolutions, where the people were just flying off of me, and then, well, that wasn't working too well. And then what you had said yesterday about the coat room with the hangers,
yeah,
I didn't realize that I was dragged into a coat room. I had just thought that everybody was rushed out of the area that I was in. And, well, at this point, my eyes are, I've been pepper sprayed and everything. Now there's 4 other cops on me. And now I got 7 people total, and it took them a while to get the handcuffs on me. And in that room, A couple of Chesters came upon me. You know, if you're in the liver and shit. Well, anyway, I'm bombing here.
What, you got kicked a few times?
A few. Oh, my God, it gets even better than that. I ended up in Bellevue. I have a broken nose. I still can't feel my fingers from the handcuffs. And they gave me a needle to, like, kind of knock me out. And then I woke up again, and I was strapped to the hospital bed.
No way.
Dude, I don't know.
No way.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry.
No, you can laugh, man.
But we were watching this go down like, this guy's an animal. I didn't know what they were going to do to try to calm you down because I couldn't believe how hard you fought back.
Well, at this point, now I'm strapped. I'm strapped to the hospital bed, and then another needle comes my way, and then I wake up a little bit later, kind of like, which way is north? You know, and then the nurse comes up to me and says, "Okay, you're free to go." So basically, they beat the shit out of me. I was screaming bloody murder. You know, please unlock. You know, unclip the handcuffs at least one click because it was hurting so goddamn bad.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I have a broken nose, bruises upon everything on my body.
I just don't get people not cooperating. Not because, you know, oh, you're backing down or anything. You will only get beaten if you don't cooperate. It's just the way it is.
I know that now.
I've never understood why you don't just go prone.
And you never figured out why that guy punched you?
No, he left. My wife actually seen him kind of slither away. There were some pictures that were taken by some people that were there while the police were beating me. And listen, let me tell you something. I have to give props to the NYPD simply because they came into a situation that they had no knowing of what was going on in the beginning. So they just did what they had to do. You know, so I got to give them props on that. However,
you're giving props to the guys
on the beating.
Hey, they didn't know what was going on.
That was a good beating.
You know,
all right, well.
Honestly, they didn't know. They came into a situation, you know, and then so I ended up in I was also, I'm not sure if I went into an ambulance or a police car, but there was some more beat down going down in there. Basically, I got beat up for about 3 hours. I ended up having to come out of the hospital without my test shirt. They cut the fucking thing off. Goddamn shit. And,
wait, they beat you after they dragged you out of there? Who beat you up?
Hell yeah, man. I was beat all the way to the hospital. And even while I was in the hospital, I think they thought I was spitting at them, like purposely, but because my nose was broken and the blood was coming and all the pepper spray, it was like, you know, I was all puffy, really couldn't see what was going on. I was just trying to get everything out of my mouth so I could breathe. And, well, they didn't like that too much either.
Who, the cops or security?
Like I said, first, I didn't know how many cops were on me until my wife told me, because the security had pepper sprayed me. So I think at the point where you guys had noticed ruckus was going on, I was already pepper sprayed. So that's why I was such an animal.
Oh.
And well, anyway, I get out of the hospital, and they're like, "Okay, you can go now." And I'm like, "Well, where the hell am I?" And I didn't know what time it was, you know, because my watch had reverted to West Coast time. I got those multifunction watches and shit.
He got
so
beaten into another time zone.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
They beat you into Los Angeles.
And I had to, like, really put my watch up to my face to see what time it was because all the bright lights and everything it's like real blurry and stuff when I was out.
Yeah.
And it said 3:15. Well, in reality, it was 6:15.
PM?
Hello?
PM or AM?
This is PM.
Ah.
The show this all started right at the end of the show.
So it was 3-4 hours later.
Yeah. So then I had to make my way back to the ferry. The cops had told my wife that I was going to be booked, which was a total lie. They told me that she had just left me. You know, so it was kind of like they didn't want her around to see anything that was going down or whatever the deal was. So she's gone. I ended up getting onto the ferry. Luckily I had my cash and everything still on me, but my cell phone and everything had come out of my pockets in the initial scuffle. So she had all of that shit. Then I had to get across the ferry to Weehawken, and now, you know, the Jeep's gone. Holy shit, she really did go, you know? So I had to get one of those town cars. I live up in Sussex County, New Jersey, up near High Point, Mountain Creek.
That's pretty far.
Action Park, you might know it.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty fucking long ride, man. So the guy turns around, $180 he wants to charge me. So I was like, shit, I don't have $180 on me. So he hangs up with the dispatcher, and he turns around and going that, all right, I'll do it. What do you got? I said, I got $110 on me. So he drove me all the way up from Weehawken to Sussex County for $110. Then he turns around and gives me $10 back at the end of it because I was beat up looking. He goes, man, you hungry? You need some food or some shit?
Sympathy.
How far of a ride was it from the Weehawken to Sussex?
It's probably about 60 miles, somewhere in that area.
That's a long haul.
Well, I was up at, like, oh, by the way, it was my birthday.
This guy had one of the worst days ever.
No, Anthony, it actually wasn't.
No, I'm hearing differently. I'm hearing like he's
kind of digging this.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck this, man. You know, I'm a pest, all right? Up until yesterday when I heard the replay, and now I'm talking to you guys, it was an 8. It was still a hard 8 out of a 10. Now it's a 10.
Now it's
Fucking
a 10.
A.
Wow. All right.
Listen, you guys rock.
Well, so do
any
you.
more questions?
No, well, I'm just glad you're on our side.
Yeah.
Fucking
Because you're an
right,
animal, man.
Hey, listen, my hands, they feel like Voss fingers. It's
All right,
all stubby
you
and
will
shit.
not
They're
get
all-
away with that.
Ah, thanks, guys.
Hey, wait, now are you a big fella? Because I was away. I didn't see the whole thing. Are you a big?
You know, I wish you were there, dude. I'm 6'4", 210 pounds.
Yeah, the guy I was like, thank God he's one of ours.
That's how you know you're a problem when you say I was pepper sprayed, and then I really started to fight.
Yeah.
That's supposed to take the wind out of you, not fucking
Right.
motivate you to hit harder.
We watched him, fighting for who knows how long. They finally got him down.
Bunch of guys, too, on top of this
Wow.
guy.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. Who was that blonde-haired gentleman that had the big camera and stuff that was running around taking pictures?
I don't know why.
Kind of part in the middle. Well, anyway, Anthony, I got a picture with your mom.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Oh,
You
your
didn't
mommy's so cute.
You didn't beat her up, did you?
No, are you kidding me?
All right.
No. Hey, you guys have a good day. I got to start heading into work now.
Well, if anyone has pictures of Paul getting, beat up, I want to check those out.
I'm glad
Well,
you're all right.
Yeah, I got plenty of pictures, but not of me getting beat up. But actually, my wife seen some people taking pictures of what was going down, and the Hard Rock staff came up to them and made them delete the pictures.
Yeah, it was kind of like the JFK thing.
How can they make you
Destroy all
delete
cameras
photos?
and-
That's what I didn't understand.
How can they make you anyone? How can they make you delete photos? Why?
I guess because maybe it's their property and you're in their establishment, and they didn't want. I don't know.
They could throw you out, but they can't make you delete photos.
Well, but people don't know that, so they delete the photos, thinking, "Oh, well, all
You're gonna
right."
have to. Yeah, am I?
So it's kind of like the whole JFK thing.
Did
Hey,
the
you guys
babushka
have a
lady
good,
take pictures of you getting beaten up?
Hey, can I just make one more statement?
Okay.
Yes.
Ramon, fetch the pests.
Oh,
You know the
Paul.
Park Ranch.
Paul.
I love you guys.
Bye, Paul.
You're back down
Bye.
to an 8. Let's be honest.
Ramon, bring me a glass jaw.
Jim in Ohio.
Yeah, I got the loudest alarm clock, 130 decibels. So asshole wakes up, makes it to work on time. You ready to hear it?
Yes.
Wow, that's annoying.
Is that?
I bet that's really loud.
I
too.
couldn't hear that at all, dude.
All right, smart ass.
I'm dead serious. We heard it, but it didn't sound loud.
Are
you? Well, I got my headset on my phone, but
Yeah,
it's
you're not gonna
130
hear it as loud.
decibels, and it'll wake the fucking dead.
Are you in your house?
No, I drive truck.
You get a Bose.
Oh, okay.
Get a Bose. I use a CD to wake up, and it starts off like normal, and then it gets louder and louder, and it
Oh,
gets
that's handy.
fucking loud. But it's like by the time it gets loud, I'm already out of bed because my mind knows you're about to get your asshole blown out,
Yeah, get
jump
up.
up and move, and turn it off.
Let's go to Mike in Allentown. Mike.
Yo, I want to give some props or some nice tell the Bearman and Keith billboard thing a little better. This goes back to they had an advertisement back to back to back, the great 3 songs in a row.
Yeah.
They had 3 topless women on the billboard. They had their backs with Aerosmith and Ozzy on the billboard. Bearman and Keith took so much shit from the ladies groups and women calling about it, so they changed it. That's when they went up and they took the same camera shots with them topless and their hairy, big, fat backs.
Are you kidding me?
So that it was actually pretty funny because
No,
they took so much shit. Women whining about
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Are you kidding me about the women's group had a problem with the billboard? Of
course they did.
For 2 weeks, they took
Yeah.
it, and Bearman was going nuts because they were saying my 5-year-old saw it and was offended.
I'm waiting for
Awful,
one
horrible.
lousy corporation to tell the special interest group to go fuck themselves. We're not paying
Never
attention
gonna
to
happen.
you.
Nope.
Just
To be honest,
one
it wasn't a
time.
pretty funny billboard.
Just one time. Go, you know what? Shut the fuck up.
Special interest
It
groups
was
have
good
gone from
billboard.
groups that are supposed to help people and like really stick up for you to a bunch of kvetching, whiny brats. Just a bunch of self-important, whiny little jizzbag. All of them. The gay groups, the racial groups, the women's groups. Just a bunch of fucking self-important, self-obsessed babies.
There you
Gay
go.
groups always were.
What's that?
The gay groups always were.
Well, they had legitimate things with like partner benefits, all that stuff that they want to fight for. But when you start to worry about humor, it's like, ugh.
Justin from Detroit.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Justin.
Hey, first of all, I want to tell you, a former Sirius subscriber switched over because of you guys.
Thank you, sir.
I certainly didn't stay over there to listen to Howard. We got in Detroit, we got a station. It's one of those stupid free FM bullshits, you know, Infinity, their edginess. We have Deminsky and Doyle, and their tagline simply reads on the billboard, Detroit's favorite set of double Ds. I don't agree.
What was it again?
I don't agree.
Wait, Jimmy's got to hear this.
Please, sir.
All right, punching out.
No,
Say it again. We're not even kidding because Jimmy was reading.
I was reading the paper.
Say it again.
Oh, okay. It says, for Deminsky and Doyle, it says, Detroit's favorite set of double Ds.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
They used to be on in Jersey. Deminsky and Doyle were the Jersey guys.
Yeah, they always talk. They always used to talk about being on in Jersey, but yeah, they're over there in Detroit.
That's wonderful.
Detroit's favorite set of double Ds.
Yeah, swear to God, not lying.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Wow.
Nope.
Oops, sorry.
I think he was going to
Sorry.
say problem.
Jeremy in California. Jeremy.
Morning, boys.
Morning, Jeremy.
Hey, out here in Mancunt, billboards are reading the king of all free media.
That's awful, and it's a ripoff.
Nothing?
Are you serious? Is that what it says?
Yeah, I'm serious. That's what it says. It doesn't have his picture or anything, but it says the king of all free media.
Well, Howard's is horrible, too, for Sirius. He's got that, let freedom ring and let it be rung by a stripper. All right, we get it.
And
we get it. You have
going,
strippers on your show.
Mancow's going with the king of free. Wait, what is it? King of all free media.
Free media.
Yeah, he's nowhere near the king. He can't. He's not in any of the big markets except for Chicago.
He's in
That's not
Chicago.
a king.
That's it.
My problem is whenever I see billboards using Howard, like the radio chick tried it. She's not stern. Yeah, really? Oh, as infirm behaviorally, and then fucking stupid Curtis and Kubi.
Yeah.
No stern, no problem. Just why do you have to use someone else's name in your billboard? Why?
Because the marketing department thought that would be.
Is that atrocious?
Thought that would be wonderful. Let's go to Abraham in Baltimore. Abraham.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I have the best alarm clock. I have that little doggy on my TV. So I wake up to Howard since I have to get out of bed to shut him off.
Could you not have a stroke halfway through that?
Abraham, you waited an hour to say what? We'll even let you say it again. Because I think it's...
Yeah, one more time, please.
I think you're trying to promote something. Go ahead.
I have that little doggy company from my TV company. So I wake up to Howard Stern, so I have to get out of bed to shut him off. That's my alarm clock.
Okay, he's saying that he has Sirius because it wakes him up to Stern, so he doesn't like Howard, so he'll get up and turn it off quickly.
So is this a positive phone call or a negative phone
Positive.
call?
It's a positive for you guys.
He liked us. He talks.
He has Down syndrome.
How long have you been kind of deaf?
I'm not kind of deaf.
Did you wake up all sticky this morning and somebody told you that it was a wet dream?
Yes.
One of my...
No, I
love
work
that
in
audio.
school.
Well, didn't you... It says on the comments, just got Jim's CD, he's really funny.
Oh,
Yeah, a friend of mine went to a show on Thursday night in Atlanta and sent me his CD. And Jimmy it's hilarious.
Thank
I
you.
wish it would be down in Baltimore to do a couple gigs.
Are you in special class?
What?
Are you in special class at school?
No.
No?
Jimmy, time for a mic check.
Oh, is that hard? Oh, God. Is that
Funny.
Dude, I'm just doing mic checks. If we don't do them, nobody will. What exactly is it about the CD that you like? I mean, I do appreciate it.
Yeah, you hear Jimmy on radio.
All right, cool.
All right, thank you, sir. It was great. He really helped the program. All right, why don't we take a break, and we'll continue with the Opie and Anthony program with the bird flu update and other fine things.
Yeah.
Stay there. All right, you're checking out the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. We have a bird flu update.
Oh, good, because I'm petrified.
It's our bird flu update, everyone. They scared the shit out of us with this whole thing at the beginning of winter, right?
Yep, bird flu. It's all you heard. Spreading around the world. You know what I heard? 100 people worldwide have died of the bird flu. 100 people worldwide. Do you know what that amounts? Do you know what 100 people on this earth amounts to? Nothing. Nothing.
So nothing happened.
It's nothing.
Wasn't this supposed to take out millions of people?
Pandemic.
That's right. They used the word pandemic.
200,000 died in the tsunami, and I didn't have to stand in line any longer for coffee.
Right.
It meant not that I didn't care about it, but it didn't affect your life.
Did it affect your life at all?
Well, because it happened over there.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like
Far
it's
away.
it's amazing how we don't really affect each other when we just die. No one cares.
100 mostly Asian people in like China.
All right, here's the Here's the story.
Good news and bad news about the bird flu. First, the bad. The government expects it to arrive this year in the United States. The virus.
Shut up! No! Shut up with your scare tactics.
If they know when it's coming, why don't they just uninvite it?
Yes.
Send it away. You're
revoke
not welcome.
Revoke its passport.
Right.
The bad news, it's going to arrive in the United States this year.
This year. With on the back of the killer bees.
The good news, not in white neighborhoods.
This is the new Legionnaire's disease.
Well, that's just...
You don't hear about the Legionnaire's disease anymore. That was supposed to take out a lot of us.
The virus can infect people coming in close contact with infected birds, and it's killed nearly 100 people worldwide. Now, the good news, a flu vaccine is now being manufactured. Federal health officials say it's effective against at least 2 forms of the virus, at least in mice. Now, it's still unclear if it'll work on people.
And what's the good news, shit dick?
That mice will be fine.
It's all good news.
How about staying away from birds? They suck anyway.
It's all good news.
You know who's been getting this? Nearly 100 people, by the way. It's not even 100 people. Nearly 100 people
that could
worldwide.
Be like 87.
Yeah, it's nearly. Just round up. The people that have died from it are people that work with birds in very unsanitary, third world country kind of.
Exactly.
They're big turkey farms and chicken things, and they're there with the chicken shit all over the feathers, and they're holding over, lopping heads off, and the dust from the shit, they're breathing it in all day, and bingo, there you go, bird flu.
What is your job? I pick up bird feces with teeth.
Do ya?
Oh.
So, I guess we should continue to be scared.
Be petrified of the bird flu.
The bird flu is coming to get you.
How about this, God? I dare you to give me the bird flu.
Hey, Jimmy.
I dare you to give it to me.
Don't.
Right when we get back from vacation, so I can breathe it on everybody in this studio.
Mm-hmm. What if God gets bird flu confused with AIDS? Because that seems a little more reasonable for you.
Not happening. Can't happen to me.
Can't happen to you.
Nah, it's impossible. I mean, you don't get it.
I don't get it.
He's not going to get it. You'll see.
All right.
No.
He's not getting it.
Nope.
Let's go to Pat in Virginia. Pat.
Yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know about the billboard that Don and Mike have down here in Washington. It's got their fat faces on the side of the bus, and it says, "As good as they say they are."
All right.
You're kidding, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Let's go to Bob in Pennsylvania. I'm not making fun of the caller, by the way. I'm making fun of the billboard. Bob?
Hey, man, outside of Philadelphia on the PA Turnpike, there's a billboard for the Kid Chris show that simply says toilet trained.
What does that mean?
Probably.
I have no idea.
Aren't we all toilet trained?
I would hope so.
But that's kind of... Even Charles Manson was toilet trained. What does that mean?
Why?
That's only a funny billboard if there's a picture of Terry Schiavo on it.
Wouldn't
It might as well be. It's just his face trying to look all tough.
But wouldn't it be a better billboard if it said not toilet trained? Like, oh...
He's out of control.
Expect the unexpected.
Look out, he might even shit himself right here.
Exactly.
Yeah, that might give you a chuckle, but no, this is just horrid.
Might as well have a billboard that says, Kid Chris, he breathes air too.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything.
How about shits into a bag? That I would like.
How about fucks his own mother?
All right.
Jeez.
I'll accept that.
We got more billboards coming in now.
Might have a problem getting that posted on a billboard.
Shane in Florida. Shane?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey.
I love the O&A. Hey, you guys remember Todd Schnitt in Florida?
How could we forget?
Yes.
All right. He's got a billboard sign in it, and it says wait a minute, let me do this right. It says Schnitt happens, because it has a couple of exclamation points
right.
after it.
Schnitt happens.
His billboard says Schnitt happens.
Wow, little.
Does it?
Have
Does
you ever
Schnitt happen a lot?
seen what he looks like?
Huh?
No.
Do you know what he looks like?
Uh-uh.
You know that little pink squishy thing, and that you squish it, and its little ears pop out, and then the eyes pop out like a stress reliever thing?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Really?
Anyway, he looks like one of those with Justin Timberlake hair.
All right, well, that's a terrific
Let's see him,
billboard.
Fan. Do you have a picture?
Yeah.
Schnitt
Thank you,
happens.
Shane.
Sure
Feel
does.
All right, Schnitt happens. Let's go to Big Al. Big Al.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Hey,
We
man.
got Rover here in Detroit, 97.1. His billboard is Unleashed.
All right.
Get it?
Rover,
Rover,
the
Unleashed.
dog, unleashed. He's off his leash. He might hump your leg.
But he's on regular radio.
Crazy.
No one on regular radio is unleashed.
He's unleashed and
That's not-
perfectly trained by the company to sit and heel.
That's right.
And no danger there.
There's
He
gonna be-
doesn't even nip.
There's going to be no biting going on.
No biting, nothing. He's been defanged.
Yeah, because if he does bite, he's going to the glue factory.
There you go. Put you to sleep.
All right, thank you. Well,
punching out.
I don't know
You
how
guys
we're going
suck.
to compete with all these unbelievable billboards. Rover Unleashed. What do you do? What do you do, Anthony?
I don't know.
Tito in Atlanta. Tito.
Hey, what's up? I just passed one for Neil Bortz, man. Jimmy, if I may, it says, Neil Bortz, the truth shall make you mad.
The truth shall make you mad.
Oh, wow.
Little play on the truth shall
set you free.
See, it's going to make you mad.
But Neil Bortz brings the truth, and it's an angry truth, and you better be
Right.
ready for it.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to believe what the truth
Coming
means.
at
Especially
ya.
if the discussion is being overweight and hair loss. Then the truth really makes you
Makes
mad.
him very
doesn't
angry.
It?
Let's go to Chris in Carolina. Chris.
What's up, fellas?
Hey.
Down here in Charlotte, we've got one. It's Ace and TJ, and it's got their goofy little pictures from like 5th or 6th grade with their buck teeth. One kind of looks like you, Opie, I would say. And it says, "Ugly kids grow up to be DJs."
That's adorable.
Wow, that's got to get him listening, huh?
It makes me smile every time I see it.
That's got to help the old TSL. The old TSL. All right, thank you. Let's go to Jason the trucker. Jason.
Morning, boys.
Morning, Jason.
I saw one for a man fuck out in Long Beach, California the other day.
Yeah.
And it's got his picture on there, and he's just trying to look all tough and shit. And above his picture it says, "Man cow, war of the words."
War of the words. I get it. Like War of the Worlds. But then War of the Words because it's a constant battle, man.
I want to
Another
wrap my
one.
fucking truck around a telephone
Another
pole.
one on free radio where, not much of a war of words going on. I think the FCC's got the atomic bomb in that war, and they'll drop it on you.
There you go. All
I have an idea for a billboard that you guys would like.
All right, Jimmy.
It's got you two guys on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
and you're both like looking at a microphone with your hands on your hips.
Nude?
And it says no. And it says Opie and Anthony dash bring in the funny.
Wow. That's a good. Yuck.
That's good, right?
Ugh. Bring in the funny, and like we're serious.
Yeah.
Like we brought it. We should maybe have duffel bags.
That's right.
Like it. Look, it's full of funny, and we're bringing it.
There's some funny here, and guess who brought it?
Oh, does that stink?
Let's go.
I'm embarrassed picturing it in my head.
Why? I
I can't get it out of my head, and I'm embarrassed for us, and we didn't even do it.
That's it. You guys in a white background just looking at a mic that's dangling, bringing some funny.
Bring in the funny. Look, we got it here in our backpacks.
Maybe there's even, you each have backpacks, and there's the back of a Brinks truck backed up, and it's open, and funny's about to spill out.
There's a whole lot of funny. Maybe through a little, like it's open a crack, the Brinks door, and you could see kind of pouring out a little bit are party hats and wacky horns and
Yes.
confetti. Like we're ready to open them up, and the funny's just gonna fly out.
Or just words. Ha, 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 ha.
Oh, ha-has.
Bring in some funny.
You know, I gotta tell you, it's every radio guy's dream to have a billboard too.
Yeah, that is like their
You get very
the
excited
pinnacle
when you
of their
see-
existence.
when you see a billboard for your radio show. Steve in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? You guys
Hey.
rock.
Hey,
Thanks.
man.
Hey, I got a beer and hot wings over here. They got a billboard that says, "Good luck, Howard." I think he's going to need all the luck he can get.
Does it really?
Wait, it actually says "Good luck, Howard" as part of their billboard. They finally get a billboard, and that's what they do with it.
It says beer and hot wings across the top, and then down the bottom in big letters it says, "Good luck, Howard." I saw about at least 5 of them over here in Jersey.
Well, who's beer? What's beer and hot wings?
That's their name.
No, it's not.
One
Yes,
guy
it
is
is.
beer,
I
and one guy is
absolute-
hot wings because Jimmy, who doesn't like beer and hot wings?
I
So
don't-
if you name yourself that, then everyone will like
Everyone's
you.
Yeah, it's the beer and hot wings show.
Yeah.
Oh man, that reminds me of a show that I want to do, just called Guy Things.
It's free beer.
Dude, what guy doesn't like that?
Right. They sat there in a meeting, probably go, what do we call ourselves? What? You know, every guy likes free beer and hot wings.
Yes.
Why don't we just name ourselves
Let's
that?
name it what guys like. Black guys and ass sex. No good.
No,
No
mark
good.
that off the list.
But I like free beer and I like hot wings. Say,
Guys, why not?
who wouldn't listen?
So does he have to introduce himself as free beer? Hey, I'm free beer.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
Does he
like
call
when they
himself
come on.
FB? I'm FB.
When they do their appearances.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Free Beer. This is Hot Wings. We're going to be here all day at Stereo Emporium. And come on up. We have some little tchotchkes to give away.
We have free beer and hot wings bumper stickers.
I'm Free Beer. This is Hot Wings. Don't get us confused. Shoot me in the head.
Where are they
My
based
name
out
is
of?
Phil or something. It's not Free Beer.
My name's Eric.
Where are they based at? Could we please
I
see a picture of these
know
two?
nothing of free beer and hot
And
wings.
you shouldn't.
I'm sorry. I know nothing of
Did
them.
their billboards really say
don't
"Good
know
luck,
them. I don't
Howard"?
know what
Is it-
they do.
Why would you? Why? How badly do you grovel that you would wish another guy luck?
It could be sarcastic, which still stinks.
No, I don't think it is.
Nah.
I think it's.
You think
legit.
they're good-natured kind of guys? Like, let's wish them some luck.
No, let's take people inside the radio.
How many walls are in this room?
We're just gonna go inside the radio.
Oh, okay.
They this is their logic at that radio station.
Hold on. We have to shrink down.
All right, kids, we're inside your radio.
We're here in the radio, Doc.
Stupid bit.
Let me tell you the logic behind free beer and hot wings doing a billboard that says "Good luck, Howard." Okay.
Oh, I just burnt myself on a tube. It's an old radio.
They got themselves in a conference room. The general manager of the station was there. The program director was there, and some maybe some other creative people around the station.
Yeah, man.
Howard's leaving. How can we take advantage of this? Why don't we wish him luck? Are you crazy? Why would we wish Howard Stern luck?
Because everyone's expecting us to do the other thing.
And there's a lot of Howard listeners out there that are going to be displaced when he goes to satellite radio. Why not be the good guys and you wish Howard luck, and then those people might want to listen to you because you seem like you're okay, because you're wishing Howard some luck.
Yeah. What a great idea from the program director. Yuck. That's a great idea. Next.
That's the logic there, though. That is absolutely the logic. And and I bet you Free Beer and Hot Wings like, hey, and then like the program director, wait, guys, hear me out.
Hear me out. Yeah, that's a great word.
It's like a Dave Douglas meeting all over again. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out.
Hear you out.
These listeners are displaced and they need a place to go. So why not welcome the Howard fans by wishing Howard good luck? Right.
Where are they located?
We don't know and we don't care.
I want to be on their show. I want to be a part of it.
I think somewhere in Jersey.
Are they?
Right?
Can someone tell?
That's good. That's good. Have a website, and it doesn't even tell anyone where you broadcast from. Let's say hi to Ollie in New Jersey.
Hold on, Ollie. Before we do, Ollie, I just want to say, can 101.5 stop broadcasting in fucking echo? It stinks. I've said it before. I'm going to keep saying it until they stop.
Why are you listening to 101.5?
Once in a while, I'll catch traffic. I just thought of it. I haven't listened to them in 6 months. I just thought of it.
I'll listen.
But we have traffic.
We have
channels
traffic.
on XM.
Yeah, but you don't have Carton and Rossi, and they get things done.
Oh. Well.
Are you going to be working for them soon or something? I mean,
no, I just thought of the echo.
That's something to say?
Well, here's what made me think of it. Because you were talking about the marketing people.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about how awful and out of touch some people are in radio, and the fact that anyone would think that echo sounds good.
Makes the big sound.
It's fucking unlistenable. I always hated Cousin Brucey for doing that.
Yeah, the big echo.
You know what our thing was that we had to do in Boston at WAAF? Every time we talked, we had to have a music bed under us.
Music beds.
Remember the music beds we had to play under us?
The music bed. That was so that they could say we only stop the rock twice an hour for commercials, but we would talk in between that like a lot, especially our show. So in order to still be able to say we only stop the rock twice an hour, we were rocking underneath what we were saying.
That's
so
right.
Technically, we're still rocking. You're hearing music, people. We're just talking over it.
I fucking hate music beds.
We had them. And then our boss would walk in, boys, you're supposed to play 12 songs an hour, boys. Last hour you played 4.5.
Yeah, bros. What are you guys, a talk show? Yeah. We are.
One of the stupidest things ever said to us, yes.
Yep.
He actually asked us.
Ding. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're attempting to do.
All they have to do is say things like that, and we could twist it around to mean, I think he wants us to talk more.
Right.
He wants to make it a talk show.
He actually said, boys, what are we, a talk show now?
Oh. All right, Bruce.
Well, Bruce, fast forward a few years, look what we're doing.
Since you mentioned it, Brucey.
Looks like we were onto something back then, when you wanted your stupid music beds and your 12 songs an hour. Where are you today? Where are you? Ollie in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, boys.
Hello.
Z100. No slogan, but he's got his fingers in his ear, his tongue out, and his eyes crossed. When you got comedy like that, who even needs a slogan?
Wait a minute. Who has that finger in the ears? The only time I'll accept that. No, I can't even say it. All right.
Oh, yeah, you can.
It was just mean.
All right, thank you, Ollie.
The only time I want to see that if it's a 5-year-old on the witness stand.
All right, Joe in Cleveland.
It's funny.
That is
Hey.
Joe.
Morning, boys.
Hey.
Subtle.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Oh,
Sir, it's not my birthday. My birthday's July 19th. I'm a Cancer. It's not my
Jesus,
birthday,
shit,
sir.
get off it already.
Society.
It's not my birthday.
Yes,
My birthday's July 19th. Don't wish me happy birthday till then.
All right, let's go.
All right, I'll call back then.
Year.
The classic rock station here in Cleveland, which used to be the Stern affiliate and is now the lovely David Lee Roth show in the morning, also broadcast that they are high-definition radio.
Yeah, this is something that is just
it's just taking off,
sweeping the
conference rooms across America.
This is awful. It's high definition radio. Now everyone can understand high definition television, can't you? You turn on a regular channel and look at it. Then you turn on HD TV. It's wider. It's so crystal clear. The picture's beautiful.
It's wonderful, but there's no programming. I don't want to look at a brook for a half hour.
You go to HD, HBO, watch their movies. Or you go to
they have
HD.
a few shows now.
You can watch American Idol in high definition.
All right, so they have a few shows, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
Let's step it up a little bit.
But they should.
The flyovers of Norway, okay. It's exciting the first time you see it, or whatever the hell the flyover is.
It's crystal clear.
Well, wonderful.
The waves of the icy fjords.
Let's look at a flower in high def for a half hour.
I love those shows where they fly over Alaska.
It's just music in the background.
I could watch those shows for hours. I love watching
blue,
them.
white glaciers falling into the water.
It is, and I mean this, it's lovely.
It's magical.
It's
majestic.
boring after 5 minutes.
On a regular TV. You're Timmy Tube. What do you know? We're members of the Flat Screen Club.
I got a flat screen finally.
You got a high def, though?
Yes, I got a high def.
Do you have a high def box and the wires wired in?
Well, I haven't got that set up yet.
No, you don't.
Exactly.
You need the high definition feed. It's so wonderful to have. I watch everything.
All I know is they just don't have enough programming
They don't.
yet.
But
anyway, so you got the high def TV.
But TV, it's an impact. It's visual. It's everything. High definition radio, what the fuck is it doing? What is it doing? Supposedly, you can get 3 radio streams out of one radio station now.
Right.
So you tune to another station.
Right.
And you're getting another feed from the same lousy station.
Right.
What good is that? They can't program one good station. Now they have to program 3. And by the way, it's still under FCC guidelines.
Right.
So you're getting nothing extra. It's not like satellite.
So you can't hear Who the Fuck Are You anymore.
No,
Still.
you still can. And it doesn't come in on your regular AM, FM radio.
I want a high def.
At least with satellite radio, you go out and buy the unit, you're getting something different than regular radio. This high-definition radio, and they talk about it on New York radio message board like it's the second coming. All these radio geeks talk about it like they blow up. They love to blow up satellite radio like, it's nothing, not enough subscribers, this, that. But they talk about high-definition radio like, everyone's got it. Ooh, it's the wave of the future. Wave of the future.
A lot of them are very out of touch on the New York radio message board. Yeah. A lot of them are very out of touch. And they resent the fact that what they love is being seen as a bit irrelevant and commercially weighed down, and the satellite's not.
Yep.
How would you like it if something you put all your energy into writing about all of a sudden became irrelevant dreck?
I read something once that said each generation wants to be the last generation. Thank you.
Is that true?
And that's why they have a problem evolving. That's why you got people that grew up in the 60s and they think 60s music is all the rage and anything after that is horseshit. Every generation wants to be the last generation. And that's
the final generation.
I said that.
Yeah, I thought you meant every generation wants to be the last one.
The generation.
No. Every generation wants to be the last
wants to be the
generation.
50s.
Right.
I got you.
And that's the problem you run into in this world with pop culture and music taste and what have you.
Yeah, ain't going to happen.
But you got to keep evolving. There's still great music being made. It's harder to find these days, but it's out there. Let's go to Eric in Michigan. Eric?
Yes.
What's up, Eric?
Hey, Free Beer and Hot Wings is from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
I thought they answered they were in Jersey.
No, they're from Grand Rapids. I had a buddy that was a...
Please tell me there's 2 shows called Free Beer and Hot Wings. I will laugh so hard. Huh?
Maybe they're syndicated.
Maybe it's free beer and mild wings. Sometimes hot is too hot.
Near Beer and Atomic, they're in Texas.
Yeah, punch out, guys.
Near beer.
Light beer and mozzarella sticks.
Because who doesn't like it?
Yeah. Hey, it's soda and chips here. Soda and chips on your dial. All the things guys like for Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah.
Ricky, what's up?
Hey, how you guys doing this morning?
All right.
Hi. I got a billboard in New Jersey for the radio chick on that awful David Lee Roth station.
Okay.
Built like a chick, thinks like a man.
Yeah, that's what we said earlier.
That's what started this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, people don't listen to the
I missed
entire show. He has no idea.
That's a prime example of that. He doesn't know. He just called up. Well, the old one that they had for her was, "The rack is back."
And it's saggier than ever.
The rack is back. Yeah.
All right.
They never want to push like what the show's about or what it is. It's always, hey, look at her tits. Hey, built like a woman. She thinks like a man. It's just, no, stop.
Okay.
I don't want a woman that thinks like a man. How about just a funny woman?
No.
That'd be nice.
Double chirp. Wow, that was really bad.
What?
It's a long one.
But I wasn't really making a joke.
No, of course you aren't.
All right.
But, you know, guys.
Hey,
seriously.
I was just saying it would be nice to have a woman that's amusing instead of concentrating on what she looks like. Because,
all right, we'll move on. Of course, we got to talk about the front page of the New York Post today. It's just unbelievable. Isn't it the 3rd anniversary of us going to Iraq?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the front page for the boys?
They got...
Where's the front page for our boys over
more
there?
Important things to write about. And they got to get their comedy across.
Well, they got the $6 million post-poker scratch and win. Today's numbers are on page 21. That's part of the front page of the New York Post. Where's the recognition of our troops in Iraq 3 years later? Any paper, anything on the front page about that?
Nothing really.
Well, the New York Post has "You're sired." Oh wait, there's an exclamation point though, Jimmy. I'm sorry, I took your bit.
Yeah.
You want to do it?
You're sired.
And it's a picture of a baby.
Yeah.
With Donald Trump's hair on it, because the hair is just all the rage when you're joking about Donald.
Oh, it's terrific. He became a father again, right?
You're sired.
Baby Barron is Trump 5.
Yeah. Why would you get a woman as fucking, and his wife is smoking?
He ravages women, is what he does. He ravages them. He gets them. He gets them pregnant. Has babies with them, and then shoves them off with a lot of money, I guess.
Why would you do that? Now every kid he has, the other ones are just watching their inheritance go. Why would you, with a beautiful young
Another
chick like
blip
that,
down.
put her on the pill, dude? Why would you want to have another kid?
Immediately, too. He, gets married, and then immediately, there it is.
Because she wanted to have a kid.
Well, I would say you have
She wanted to have a kid.
Donald's kid.
She wanted to have a kid.
I'd say go have a kid then. You don't live with the $5 billion fella. Go ahead, have a kid with a millionaire.
But that's what happened there. She wanted to have a kid, and he's like, all right, well, here's your kid.
She is fucking a really pretty lady.
Yeah. Now.
She'll be hot until she's 50, dude. Look at her. She's not going to look shitty in 20 years.
What happened to Marla? Was that her name?
Marla Maples.
Yeah.
Ivana. They're all hot.
What happened to her? She just kind of disappeared. Does he have them killed or something? Because they never really pop up and give him any shit afterwards. Ivana did, at the beginning, and then they settled, and she shut up. But then, Marla just disappeared.
Chuck Jones, her publicist or something, was jerking off into her shoes.
Oh, what a great story that was.
Yep. Marla Maples.
It caught the guy jerking off into her shoes.
You can't even get mad at that. You just got to go, dude, why would you do this?
Oh, you gush.
Could you not?
Puts it on.
By the way, I have to do something or I'll forget.
Uh-oh.
It's important. Because somebody wished me my birthday. It's not my birthday.
No.
But I have to say happy birthday to my friend.
Who's your friend?
It's Happy Birthday Typing Girl.
Oh, is it her birthday
From
today?
Pal Talk?
It's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Happy Typing Girl.
That's right.
You're still trying to get in her pants?
Travis's birthday,
No,
too?
no, I'm not trying to get in her
Happy
pants. But
birthday,
if this
Travis.
helps, happy birthday. if this helps, please. Is Travis's birthday, too? Yeah, is it?
Speaking of Pal Talk, one of the biggest disappointments happened today. A baby girl went into the shower. Everyone watched her go into the shower. She took off her robe at the last minute, and for a split second, a nude baby girl got into the shower. And then everybody was locked on that shower curtain, waiting for it to open up again. Her camera died, and when it came back to life, she is clothed and sitting in front of her camera. What a tease.
Yeah, that's kind of...
That's not nice.
Yeah, please.
That's not nice.
Please
That's
just
not
lift
nice
your
at all.
shirt. Please show your bosoms for the boys. It's Happy Typing Girl's birthday. Show your tits.
All right,
For her.
Before we take a break, we got to talk about one of our fine sponsors. Which one is this? Bodog, right? We love Bodog.
Bodog, our pals, our good friends at Bodog.net. They gave us a trip for one lucky pest and a pest guest, to attend the games between the remaining 4 teams in the NCAA College Basketball Championship Tournament. You want to go? Simple.
We're not allowed to say Final Four, are we?
Shut up.
Jesus,
Let us
are you
know
kidding me?
what you do for the trip.
Are you like this isn't obvious?
To the last quad.
What is wrong?
We're calling it the last quad.
The last
The last quad. It's been known as the Final Four.
I just made that up.
Since I was 2 years old.
How do you fucking not name the big game?
The big game. The four remaining. It's the.
Elasto Quattro?
There's a 5-1 tournament.
Right. The 5-1.
Let's just call it the Final 5-1.
The 2 squared. How about the 2 squared?
Ben, what is this about? Seriously.
The XM legal department had to approve the coffee to be that way. It's
Yes.
just like
What
Jim
kind of-
said, the big game.
What kind of
Yeah,
trouble can you
see,
get in? I never understood this.
It's like when you say Super Bowl.
Like you say Super Bowl, you're promoting the Super Bowl by saying the Super Bowl, so why is that a problem?
Because they don't want people capitalizing on it.
But we're getting technically more people to watch the Super Bowl by saying, hey, the Super Bowl.
Right.
I mean, that's like the first thing you learn in advertising and marketing. So if
Attend
so
the games between the remaining 4 teams
but
in
everyone
the
knows it as the
NCAA
Final
College
Four, and if you
Basketball.
say Final Four, maybe more people would watch the Final Four. Because that is bizarre. Someone someday has to explain why that's a problem.
How about this?
I never got a good answer on that one.
The remaining 49 minus 45 teams.
Yeah. Final.
All right, where are we at with the 4 remaining teams?
I like the quad.
Well, a pest and a guest win a trip.
Okay.
You want to go simple. Let us know what you would do for the trip.
We're allowed to say NCAA, though, right? College Basketball Championship Tournament. But we just can't say Final Four.
But you can't say pest either. It has to be
Holy
fan who
crap.
pesters.
Right.
It is bizarre.
This is from Bo, not a cat. .net.
That's right. .butterfly_.
Yeah. Let us know what you're going to do for the trip. Log on to howcrazyyouare.com. Is that it? Log on to howcrazyyou.com. Howcrazyyou.com.
One word, right?
Tell us what you're willing to do, of course.
Okay.
And if we like it, you can come down to the studio this Thursday. Really, that's like 2 days?
Yeah.
And do your stunt. If we like it the best, you'll be off to the hoops tournament with a guest.
Off to the hoops
Must
tournament.
be legal.
We're going to get some terrific stunts on Thursday. I could just feel it, everybody.
And, of course, you must be a legal continental United States resident, 21 or older, and an XM radio subscriber. Contest run 3/20/06 to 3/23/06. Subject to official rules at www.howcrazyyou.com. See official rules for private descriptions and complete details. Void where prohibited by law.
Where
Steve,
would that
this
be
legal
prohibited?
Stuff has to be on the promo per XM legal department.
Where is it? Have you ever seen it prohibited somewhere?
No.
Void where prohibited. Where could this contest be prohibited? Is there a place in Georgia where they're like, we won't allow this?
Drop the tickets you just won. Drop them! Drop them! It's void! They're prohibited. It's void where?
I've never seen void where prohibited by law.
You hear it all the time, but no one ever prohibits this.
Well, this is a piece of cake, I got to tell you, because it's a 3-day contest. That means we're not going to get a lot of videos and a lot of good ideas. So if you come up with a mediocre idea, come in Thursday. You're going to go to the NCAA tournament to see the 4 remaining teams.
The last 4 teams.
The last 4
that
teams
there.
that are standing.
But why can't you say I'd like to see the final 4 teams that are playing? They are the final 4 teams.
Oh, my God.
There's only 4. There's 4 final teams. How about the 4 finals?
The big semifinals?
Yes.
How
about the 4 gentlemen's clubs vying for the championship?
Very good.
Listen, I got to get coffee. We got a fine treat for everyone today.
What do we
I
have?
hold in my hand.
Ooh, it is big.
Jim Norton's first in-studio appearance on the Opie and Anthony program.
Oh, wow.
Bravissimo.
Not to be confused with the first time he called in. Or do we have that, too? Oh, okay. We got the first time you called our program.
Oh, wow. I was so nervous. I still remember where I was in the kitchen with Florentine. I was fucking all nervous, and I knew it wasn't good because afterwards, because Jim is so encouraging. Florentine can spin anything. He really should be a fucking in public relations. And he's like, no, man, it was fine. I mean, you just, it's your first time. You're just getting to know everybody.
Oh, fine, but here are these
Well, he was right if you think about it, because here you are. Here you sit today. So after the break, we got Jim Norton calling our show for the first time, and his first time he was in studio with us. It's some pretty good audio. Remember Frantic Fran?
Frantic Fran? Yes, I do.
All right, we'll get into it next. That's pretty cool.
I'm in love. Fucking
All right.
beautiful picture.
QBC caller loves his Dell for porno. Just came in?
Yeah.
This could be a quickie.
Dell, by the way, doubling their staff in India for their customer service. By the way, more jobs over there in India to help you, just in case you have a problem with your Dell. Dibber dabber. What? I have a problem with my computer. My name is Ron. How can I help you? No, you're not Ron. And you can't help me.
I will never buy another Dell computer.
I do.
Ever.
I like their computer.
I love the Dell.
I like them too, but their
love
customer
the Dell.
service blows.
Their customer service does blow.
Fucking
You're
stinks.
rolling the dice. You're hoping that the product will not fail
to both
the
of you.
point where you can't fix
Well,
it.
I'd say one thing about Mac. As much as I don't like Mac,
Customer service stinks no matter what.
Not with Mac, it doesn't. Mac is good. I got to say it. And I don't like Mac. I think they're pompous,
They outsource
hip for the
too,
room shitheads, but their customer service is good. I went in there to return an iPod because there was something with the one I had. It was just not work. No fucking hassle. I had the receipt. The guy was great. Yeah, okay, we'll take care. And right there. No problems, no bullshit.
Hey, anybody want a quick update on my furniture delivery? from yesterday?
Yes, we
I
do.
forgot about that.
Remember the window? 7 to noon was the window. 7 to noon.
And this was a special delivery. They
Special delivery.
They don't deliver on Mondays.
Didn't deliver on Mondays, but for some reason,
After you complained.
the big window still 7 to noon.
All right.
At 12:30, I get pissed off because this is like priority now. They were freaking out. So I call up the place and they say the truck just left New Jersey.
At what time?
12. When it's supposed to be there.
Right, I get it.
So
I just had to read something real fast.
I lose my mind on the girl on the phone. I lost my mind. I go, you're kidding me, right? I go, why do you guys can't make a 5-hour window on a day you don't even deliver to people. So you're saying my thing is the only thing on this truck, and it's driving now from Jersey because why? Why? I go, do you understand? You're turning me into a lunatic that I make fun of? You are turning me into a nut job right here because of your incompetence with your company.
Why wouldn't they just tell you sometime after 12?
Why?
Why even give you the hope?
And I had a call. They didn't call me to tell me that they were going to be late. So
Please tell me you made him come all the way and then reload the truck.
I was so gonna. If there would have been one problem. So then I'm on the phone with the woman and I go, let me speak to Ramon, because Ramon was the head guy over there in the shipping department, and he's the guy that hooked me up for this special delivery and everything. They had told me that the truck left New Jersey at noon, was stopping for one stop, and then will be at my house in about an hour. No, I don't see that happening. So I tried to get Ramon, and she goes, we're trying to get Ramon. And then I realized I had Ramon's cell phone number. So I called Ramon, and Ramon was livid. He said, do you know how many emails I sent out to make sure this went off without a hitch? And I went, well, Ramon, it's pretty hitchy.
Ooh,
I
full of
said
hitches,
that.
Ant.
I said, it's pretty hitchy. And he said, let me make some phone calls. And he called me back and said, the truck will be there in 20 minutes. And by the time I got off the phone with him, the truck was pulling up. Like, what the fuck? How could it have left Jersey? The woman was lying to me. Liar, liar. I hope your vagina is on fire. I'm angry.
Why'd she lie?
I don't know. She was lying to
Did
me.
she just not know and just say something because she's
Yes.
dumb?
She didn't know and figured, fuck it, I'll just lie to this guy.
I would have called her back and called her out on it.
I was so sick of dealing with them. And then I said, if there's one problem with the delivery, how it goes, I'm throwing everyone out. with the shotgun. I'm just shooting people.
How was it?
They put down the pads for every screw that had to be installed, making sure it's not to scratch a thing, and set everything up. Yeah, and then left. And I will never, ever deal with them again.
Really?
Yeah, just horrible.
Why don't you give the name of the company now that you're done?
I want to wait until they send me my gift certificate.
I would find that
I'm never going to use.
I hope the first time you have sex on that bed, all the legs just give out and collapses on the floor.
We were actually joking about that last night. I go, could you just see right now, like, because we were just ready to fall asleep, and it's like silence in the bedroom, and I was like, could you imagine if the bed just collapsed right now? I'm fucking
all
pissed
four
off.
legs. Big scratch on the floor.
It's like 6 legs on this bed because it's a giant king-size bed, and it's big wooden behemoth of a bed. Big royalty headboard. Looks like a king sleeps in this thing. It's like one of those beds that the death scene of a king, you know, and they're in the bed and people around playing like, you know.
Yeah.
The king. That's what kind of bed this is. It's just giant, ornate wooden bed fit for a king or me.
Like Tiberius Caesar or Roman guards in a climb
Right.
on and smother you with a stocking.
Your tiny little body, they can't even find you.
Oh,
in
I
that
know.
bed.
Dude, I could roll over like 8 times and not fall off the other end of the
Is
bed.
it a California king or regular
It's
king?
giant. It's a goddamn Colorado king. It's giant.
I like
it's a giant bed.
What is it about a big bed? Because I have a big king. I'm sure yours is larger, but why, as a single guy alone, I like a big king. There's something womanish about that, about wanting a big, safe thing to sleep in.
I don't like. I slept on shit beds for my whole life, growing up. Little twin bed, shoved in an attic rented room somewhere where the middle of it was sagging, and I'd wind up falling off of it, or you'd feel like the springs poking through. And the worst thing is in the summer, or when you're hot, there's no way to get out of your own your own heat. In a big bed, if you heat up an area and you wake up and you're hot, you could roll over a little to another cooler area of the bed.
Or put the air on.
Well, yes, you can also do that, but sometimes you don't have air conditioning, Jimmy.
I have a weird thing where I can turn my vent all the way to the right and make it cool, but it's no AC. It's like if the building has heat, I can get a
you're on
vent.
building schedule. That's what I had in my goddamn apartment. Fuck buildings. You're on their schedule. Do you know you can't get air conditioning until a certain date?
That's what I know.
And you can't get heat until a certain date. They decide, all right, on such and such a day in the fall, that's when heat starts. And then such and such a day when spring's up, that's when AC starts. And you can't turn on the AC right now.
It really annoys me because my old
It
apartment
should
I
be.
could.
Yep. Now you can't. You can't.
But I wanna. What are you reading, sweet potato?
I'm just trying to read some instant feedback.
Oh.
'Cause I had nothing to add
No
to
more,
this
but you're
conversation, so I was
you're
seeing
trying
if
to
there
get
was
some-
something. There was something there.
Trying to get some mysteries you can't figure out on that thing.
I have no idea what's going on. All right, here we go. So we got the QVC guy calling, a guy calling QVC about how he loves his Dell for porno, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's take a listen to this.
Live on QVC, welcome into our 18th anniversary. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name's Randy.
Hey, Randy, how you doing?
Hi, Randy. I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're all right. Where are you calling from, Randy?
I'm calling from Dover, Delaware.
So it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning where you are.
It's the only time I have alone with my new Dell, and I love it.
Thank you.
Great. What kind of things are you using your Dell for, Randy?
Well, mostly personal use, you know, like porno.
Oh.
Yeah, I watch a lot of porno. It's these Dells are great for porno.
Awesome. We don't guarantee that.
I guarantee it, and I got the porno to prove it.
Have fun, Randy. Thank you so much for the call.
I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna get back to my porno.
Thanks for staying up. Bye-bye.
All right, porno.
All right. He got his, and obviously he's loving it.
That's good.
Gotta spin it.
Why is he killing so hard?
He was really
He sounds like
killing.
Norton on the Tonight Show.
That was, I think Jimmy Kimmel played the clip or something.
Oh, that was the last we heard. Okay.
Yeah, that was the studio laughing along as they were
Oh.
playing the clip on his show. I believe that's where that came from, right? Correct. There you go. Someone
Nice.
being honest. That's what they're using their computer for. Everyone knows the internet is for
Porn. Pornography.
Okay, Jim Norton's first in-studio appearance on the Opie and Anthony show.
Psych.
And also the first time he called our fine program.
Something tells me I'm going to get the douche chill on this first call.
No.
No.
I was doing
You were
bits.
very good. Were you doing
I have
bits?
no idea. I haven't
so.
heard this since you did it. This is going to be new to everybody, I think. All right? So here's Jimmy Norton calling the show for the first time.
Hey, we got Jim Norton checking in.
Oh, we got him. Okay.
Jimmy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Norton. How's it going, Andrew? We're talking about a few things here that we wanted to clear with you.
Okay, I haven't been listening. I just woke up a little while ago. What's going on?
Yeah, I know.
Life of a comic.
What's going on?
What's going on?
All happy to be
I haven't been listening, but I'll make an excuse. I just woke up. It's not that I don't enjoy the show.
Hi, guys. Can I help?
What's going on?
Eager Jizz Bucket, you're on the phone.
A little eagerness there, right?
Yeah. I hate the eagerness.
I haven't been listening. I just woke up a little while ago. What's going on?
Yeah, I know.
Life of a comic.
Yeah, I'm just a loser.
Dice, allow me. Norton, he was telling a cute little story. You're coming back from a gig from Jersey.
I don't even know where you bother showering.
A girl is nibbling on your hog, let's say.
Uh-huh.
But she likes to have her head under the steering wheel.
Yes.
So she can't get her head up.
Yes.
And what were you doing while this was happening?
Probably tickling my nipples.
No.
No,
Wait, Ali, what were you drinking? Don't lie.
urine?
Okay.
Oh, urine?
How did we get away with
That's like
this?
6 years ago.
All right, wait. You can't just casually say that like it's normal. You do that?
No, I just did it to be silly.
Well, that's pretty silly.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you're in a goofy mood. You're like, why not? So I did it.
Yeah, but why do you think you can't get sick from that?
I don't know. It hasn't happened yet. I mean, obviously it was quite a few years ago, so I'm okay. But I really didn't think at the moment.
Yeah, but have you done it since?
Not like that. No, I'm like,
What do you mean not like that?
Well, he had a wine glass.
He takes it right out of the tap now.
Yeah, I think there might be contaminants in the cup.
Yeah, you don't want to get sick from maybe the cup not being washed.
Yeah, exactly. There may have been coffee in there earlier. I forgot what I had in there earlier.
So you were really sipping it out of a wine glass?
Yeah. I was actually, I believe, a paper cup. I don't remember.
Oh, my God.
All I remember
But it was a wine glass, you told me.
It very well may have been. If I told you that, then that's what it was.
If it was a jet mug, who cares?
Now you're saying paper cup.
Urine.
What
you
I
know,
do?
not a whole story could be a lie.
Well, now, believe me, I never lie about drinking. One thing I do remember, though, is what's going through my mind while this is happening is, like, what happened to my life that I'm enjoying this.
And you enjoyed it.
Well, yeah, I
Norton,
guess so, yeah.
Norton.
Yes, sir.
Don't I talk to you all the time?
What's that?
Don't I talk to you all the time about, like, these crazy things you do?
Yeah, I know. You're always trying to mellow me out. You do.
Yeah, that, like, you know, normal sex, like, just to, as I said earlier, to take your sap sock and bang it against some chick's ass. That's a normal thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, as you bury the mule in her pino pocket.
Well, I do enjoy doing that as well.
Yeah, but that's like normal.
All right.
His idea of sex is something completely
but
different.
to clean you up, getting cleaned up after is like a nice shower.
I know. After sex, I smell like an alley.
God damn, man.
Norton.
Yes, sir.
Ain't right.
We got
Don't you think that's going to dement you in the long run?
It probably. I mean, I imagine it's not emotionally healthy, but
Why do you think he twitches so much?
I know I got problems. I tried it
That's
though.
normal.
Norton.
Now you're picking on a confliction.
Hold on, Dice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a confliction.
You don't make fun of people's conflictions. You know, when people limp or they twitch. That's a normal, like, little confliction he's got.
Right.
All right, wait, let me in on this here. Norton.
Yes.
What's the turn on with the urine?
You know what? It wasn't even the urine. It was just the idea that I was doing something so awful.
Yeah.
Just so wrong.
And
you know?
It's like naughty.
That got you going.
Yeah, just beyond naughty. And it wasn't, it was just a thing. I don't know why I did it. You do silly things sometimes. Like I said, once in a while you're feeling kind of kooky, so you do something different.
Silly is
But that's not normal. That's this is a guy that goes to dinner at Morton's and goes, yeah, give me the steak, a baked potato, and what do I want to drink? Give me a bottle of.
Yeah, well, no, I don't have it with dinner ever. Never with dinner. That's disgusting and tasteless. Only during sex.
Norton.
Yes, sir.
That's bizarre, man. Silly is like you're on like a public bus and you moon maybe. Silly's not like drinking urine.
I don't know. I just kind of thought it fell into the classification as silly. You may be correct.
All right, we're listening to the first time Jim Norton called the show.
Really?
And as I'm hearing it, I'm thinking that's not that bad a call. It's just a normal call.
It's very good. It's funny.
But it's obvious to me and Anthony that that's not the first time
wait a
Jim
minute.
Norton called our fucking radio
That
program.
isn't the first time.
Holy
So,
shit!
I would like
said
to know
this is the first call in.
How
would I know that you twitch so much if I've never met you yet?
And it didn't. This is what kind of tipped me off a little bit because I went, Hey, yeah, I'm not listening. Like I had spoken. He didn't introduce me to you.
No.
Here comes E-Rock to explain.
All right.
With his walk-on music that we haven't played in a while because he's usually in studio, but he's out of studio today because he's working on Worst Of when we go on vacation.
Hi, E-Rock.
Hi.
Now, who was responsible? I love asking who first. Who was responsible for finding Jim Norton's first appearance, first phone call to the Opie and Anthony show?
Go.
That would be me.
All right. And you found this call that we just played?
Yes.
Now, what made you think that was the first phone call from Jimmy?
Because I asked Jim. I said, was this
All
the
right,
call?
okay, wait. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to the passing of the buck. See, that's why I love doing this. I love seeing when the exact moment of the pass comes. And that was it, folks. You just heard it. Okay.
But I've double-checked with several people as far as, like, was this the phone call? Was this a phone call? Everyone's like, yeah, I believe that was the phone call. Okay. And
Do you
then I went to
understand
the
there's a
phone call.
Columbo moment in there?
Yeah, why
where he
not
would've
use your
gone,
brain?
Obviously, if he knew he twitched, he couldn't possibly have
The
not
only thing
seen
I was-
him live.
It's so obvious this isn't the first phone call.
Is it
Right.
possible that Dice might have told you guys he twitches? He's a
No,
mess?
I'll tell you what
Opie
happened
wouldn't
here.
say- Opie saw you twitching.
I'm not positive, but this is a call-in that happened after your first studio appearance.
Okay, possible.
And we were talking to Dice from L.A. He's probably promoting some kind of comedy show. And then we started talking about you, and he said something like, you got to call him because he likes to drink urine, and he didn't tell you guys that when he was in studio.
Yeah.
So then this was a way of getting another story out of Jim Norton that we just met. This is so obvious that it's not the first phone call.
Something tells me that I did a bit the first time I called. Which is why I don't think this is the first one.
No,
this is
it's
too
definitely not. I noticed.
This is too comfortable, and also because you weren't really familiar with the show when we first talked to you, okay? This is obvious that now you're kind of part of the show and stuff you've been on before, that you're now taking more of an interest in the program. That's why he said in the beginning, well, I haven't listened yet today.
I also say in that call that Jimmy, he's not into like normal sex. Like he's so out there.
We just knew too much about him.
Like, yeah, and I wouldn't have said that with just the one thing that you talk about, tinkle drinking, and that totally puts you off of normal sex, you know. Obviously, we had talked.
And here's another thing. This is the first time I'm hearing this since it went down.
Yeah.
I remember that Jimmy kind of bombed the first time he was on our show.
Oh, boy.
He's not bombing here. This is good radio. This is a good story. It's interesting. It's sick. It's silly.
Couldn't
it's
have
all
been
that.
Jimmy then, because Jimmy doesn't bomb.
The first time you even admitted it was like
Yeah, I think it was
you
very
were
awkward,
uncomfortable
sure.
and we were pretty much like well we got to let you go. Remember? It was like kind of awkward and
trying
stuff.
to think of
They're
one
telling
thing
us you got to go. Did we tell
Yeah,
you that?
nah, they're saying you got to, and I probably would have thought, wow, like, they're talking about me. They're saying I got to go. I'm busy.
Right.
I think I actually remember the first time Jim
Danny?
was on the phone, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he and Dice were together somewhere. There was
No,
kind
we
of-
weren't. I know.
Sure?
I was
No.
at Woodside Park. I remember what I was looking at. I was
Honestly,
looking at
I
know where
think
was.
Dice was in studio and said you got to call
Yeah.
this Jimmy guy.
No, Dice was on the phone. I'm almost
No,
positive
I think
Andrew
Dice
was on the phone.
as well.
He was on the phone.
And then I think he got in touch with you, and then had you call the show.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. This could be it, but something
I don't
about
think
it
it
doesn't
definitely isn't
ring.
the first
That's not
call.
it.
Correct with me.
How would I know you twitched?
I know.
If I never met you before.
Definitely.
Well, was his first call after his first appearance, or did he
No,
call
I'm
first
telling
and
you.
then appeared?
You can ask me. I'm
call.
right here. I'm not dead. I was.
Really?
He's talking about like I'm an old person. Well, did little Jim? No, I was.
Can we put him in the home for a little less money?
Well, let's make sure of something. We'll listen to the first appearance and see if I discussed the urine there. I don't think I did. I do remember about the first in studio. I was there for 3 hours. I hadn't said much. I had a gig in Connecticut for $150. I was going to leave and go do it.
Right.
And I'm like, you dumb motherfucker. You're on a New York radio show with Dice. What are you, stupid? For $150 you're going to walk away from, like, being...
Jerk off.
But you know what I mean? I almost...
Yeah.
That last hour is when I actually did well. I was very quiet up till then. I almost left without saying a fucking word.
Well, we got more of the first call in here. That's not the first call in, unfortunately, which makes this much less exciting.
Well, no, now it's kind of fun because let's pick out little things that prove that it isn't the first
So
call.
far, there's two, right?
Yeah.
Because I would have no idea that he twitched a lot.
Yeah.
And what was yours?
And mine was just I was a little too familiar with the fact that
His
he's
sexual
depraved
history.
as far as sex
Right.
goes. Yeah.
Can you tell the story that you told us backstage at the Dice show at the Garden?
Which one was that?
A couple ladies.
All right.
You are the dumbest fucking guy I've ever worked with.
Well,
Backstage.
Holy shit. I am so fucking frustrated.
Oh, no. Oh, no. There it is. The first sentence.
Wow. Talk about
You have no fucking idea how enraged I am right now. We've been looking for Jim Norton's first phone call to this radio program, and you think this is it?
Remember, people, duck and cover. Duck and cover when Opie gets pissed off.
Use your brain. You got a good brain. Why don't you ever use it? And I'm not even doing a radio thing anymore. I'm stupefied. How could this be his first call if we've been hanging out?
Stupefied him. This was backstage at the Garden.
Listen to this again.
Can you tell the story that you told us backstage at the Dice Show at the Garden?
Which one was that?
A couple ladies gave you the golden shower.
Oh, yeah.
We're already hanging out with him.
Eric, you should have been.
This could be his 12th phone
You
call.
should have been tipped off. It wasn't my
This
first
is like
call.
his 12th phone call.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 12th phone call from Jimmy.
Halfway
Come on,
through, I
Eric.
say ELO and XM.
Seriously. E-Rock, seriously.
Seriously, when I was trying to piece this together, because I don't know when it was, I asked a few people.
Wouldn't that tip you off like this might not be the first time?
It might have been his first
The
call.
first time
after
Jimmy
his
called,
first
we had no
appearance.
idea about him. Dice was saying, I'm working with this young comic, and he's out of his mind. He likes to drink urine and likes to bang hookers. And we're like, what? We got to talk to this guy. We didn't know shit about him. We're hanging out backstage with him.
E-Rock, I'll make you feel better. Just look at the room.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's not even called that's called the Room of Joy.
Wow. This is well into our relationship.
Yeah, that was it was after the World Series. We all watched the end of the Yankee Met.
Yeah,
World
yeah.
Series in the Garden.
As soon as we started hearing this call, I'm like, we're too comfortable. This wasn't the first call.
I probably knew you guys for a couple of weeks by this time, maybe more. I'd already done an in studio though. I'd already been in studio.
Absolutely, you're hanging out backstage.
I called him Caddy Jimmy.
Well, no, I remember you guys were going to do the lesbian couch before me. You were going to open the show, and I begged Andrew, let me go on first. I can't follow the lesbian couch. And that's I remember it was
which we got to do at Madison Square Garden, thanks to Andrew Clay. That was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. It was definitely amazing. E-Rock, please. Wow. We've been, what the listeners don't understand, we've been discussing this behind the scenes for a while, trying to find the first Jim Norton phone call.
Jim Norton.
And this is so obvious it's not.
Have you checked fuckjimmy.com? Seriously, that's a guy, Freddie runs a great site there. It's just all these silly
Maybe it's
Norton
up there.
things. Try fuckjimmy.com. I've done that.
Ramon, can this mayo ingesting douche?
There goes E-Rock.
A lot of instant feedbacks and messages coming in.
He's a smart guy. He doesn't use his brain, though. If you only knew the conversations we're having behind the scenes, we're like, yeah, we didn't really know him. It was awkward. This is obvious we know him already. We're hanging out backstage.
Hanging out.
Yeah. Could you retell the story you told me backstage?
Yeah.
That right there should have told him.
I think the next moment
it wasn't the first time.
Watch the next call. Jim Beam, this is your 11th call. How do you...
Well, that would be the only thing that could be more obvious.
Yeah.
These guys are wise asses in the other room. They changed the pad data. Jim's 12th call. Holy. Well, let's listen to this anyway.
Hey, at least he was on time today. Oh.
Can you tell the story that you told us backstage at the Dice Show at the Garden?
Which one was that?
A couple ladies gave you the golden shower.
Oh, yeah. I tried that.
But they were kind of related to you, or not
That's
related?
the one I told you.
Oh, no, they weren't related. They weren't family members.
Not
So
God.
that's the one I told you when he was preparing it.
Not family, but what was the story? I don't want to get...
my friend's girlfriend?
Yeah.
And her friend? Yeah, well, they were out drinking and partying all night. So they told me that they were going to do it. And I figured, okay, it'll be fun to do. Why not? It's a weekend. But I had to prepare, so I had to lay towels down in the living room because they were coming home and they'd been holding it for like 20 minutes.
Nice.
And my roommate calls me and goes, all right, Jim, look, we're 10 minutes away. You got to get yourself started. Like, start whacking my bag so I'm prepared when they come in because there was no prep time because they had to go. So two girls walk in. I'm laying on the living room floor whacking my bag. And they did it, although I didn't get any in the face, though, because they were
No, it was all neck work, right?
She was jetting it into my neck?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's a little, you know how you lay on your back, there's a little, like, hole in your neck?
Right.
Yeah, well, it was in there, and it was really causing quite a ruckus.
You liked that.
And you're naked, and your friend walks in with the two girls?
Well, he was parking the vehicle, but he would have. I didn't care if he did. We just would have giggled about it later.
Now,
I love the word giggled.
Yeah.
You would have giggled about it?
That's what we would have done.
A lot of people want to back up to that story where the girl's, nibbling on your hog, with her head's under the steering wheel, and you're sipping your own.
Not my own.
Wait a minute.
It was hers?
Opie, that would be sick if it was his own.
Excuse me.
Oh, my God, no, I'm not shipwrecked.
On the part where the girl likes her head under the wheel because she can't get her head out.
Yeah. That was a girl I dated years ago.
In between the... How do you make a turn?
I wasn't driving. I would park the vehicle in a quiet, deserted area. I would never drive like that.
Oh, I thought you were driving on the freeway.
No, I've received oral treats while driving, but no, there's never any real dominance when that's happening because I'm too worried about traffic and being pulled over.
Wow. I'm not shipwrecked. That's a great
God, I
line.
didn't even hear that the first time around. Took me years to hear that joke and appreciate it. What, am I shipwrecked?
Jimmy's very comfortable on our program. This is not the first call.
No.
The search continues,
I think we've determined, the search continues for the first phone call.
I will confess.
I must confess.
I will confess one fib I told at that time. Not a big one. It was to protect somebody. The tinkle I drank out of the paper cup, it was a paper cup, was somebody I had dated long term. I didn't, but again, for anonymity reasons, I respect somebody's anonymity. The other girl who I used to trap her head under the steering wheel was a girl you guys met. She was I think you met her. She was a British girl I dated, and she was a complete sub, and she used to let me to park, and I would put her head under the steering wheel so she couldn't physically lift her head out, and I would force her to lick my ass and suck my dick.
Wow.
And I would bite her. I would lean over and take her shirt off and bite her back, and her whole back would be marked. I would grab her fist. She loved it. She was a real sub. I would hold her hair, and she would try to pull her head up, and I just wouldn't let her. And I would lean over and bite her every time she tried to get up. And she was a fucking...
fuck.
Dude, she was a real... She would start to get into this thing, I want you to bite me. I want to suck your cock. I want you to bite me. She would just repeat herself. It was like a weird trance.
What the hell happens?
She was a submissive
What happened
girl.
over there?
I wish I knew because I loved it.
For those of you that missed this conversation, look for it marked as first call from Jimmy
Yes.
to NEW.
Where Jim discusses Pope.
Adam in New York, what's up?
Morning, boys.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy. It's my birthday today, too, so we can share birthdays.
It's not my birthday. Who am I, happy typing, Jimmy?
Yeah, I tell you, I'm a new fan since getting the XM, but I've heard that on OAVirus.com that they have the first call. I've heard it before.
Well, we'll have to
I don't
look
know,
there.
I don't know where I think E-Rock's a dumbass.
Well, who's the guy who runs FedEx runs OA Virus?
Yeah.
Does he know where it is? I mean, I'm sure we've asked him, but
I'm certain if it exists and it is on these sites,
I'm
it
sure
will be
that-
emailed to Steve promptly.
I'm sure that would have been the first place that E-Rock would have went to, right?
I don't
The
know.
keeper of all shows, OAVirus.com.
I think it is just anything labeled Jimmy phone call.
Well, now-
throw it up in the air, whichever one hits the ground first.
This isn't as special, but we still have more of your first wink wink phone call.
Good. Here it is.
Also known as the 12th phone call. The hooker with butterscotch pudding story.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
All right, just to get off of that story for a minute.
Yeah.
Tell him the hooker story where you drove home with your hand out the window for an hour and a half in the freezing cold.
Oh, God, that was awful.
All right, wait. I just, without even knowing what you were about to say, I just started dry heaving.
Yeah, believe me, it's not an enchanting story.
Holy ass.
No, he goes...
It was a lady of the evening who looked like she asked me if I wanted company, and I'm like, wow, that sounds terrific, thank you. So she got in, I park, and she's performing oral treats on me, very well, I might add, and I'm rubbing her, I'm rubbing her cheeks. You know, 'cause again, I don't put fingers in, that's just, it's just a little too weird.
You know how you sniff flowers?
Yeah.
Well, this wasn't
that face you make.
It wasn't quite like that because I was in the driver's seat, relaxing, and let's just say that the other person was doing something for a fee that I was finding enjoyable. And sometimes you know how you relax and you put your hand on somebody's hip when they're doing things for a fee, and there's a couple of little cheeks there, and you'll just pat them gently. Well, once in a while, people are not quite hygienic in certain backdoor areas.
Right.
And you may remove your fingers and find something that resembles butterscotch pudding.
Check, please. I'm out of here.
And then when driving home...
waitress, I'll take the check.
Then when driving home in January, despite the cold, you realize it is more pleasant to hang your your pudding-covered finger out the window than have it in the vehicle.
Butterscotch pudding. Some tells me it didn't have the fragrance or flavor of butterscotch pudding.
Not at all, but the consistency was there. Apparently she had the flu.
All right, listen, Norton. I'm going to you cut it out. That could be the most disgusting thing we've ever heard.
How do you think I felt? I paid to have that. So I had a dirty hand and less money.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Good
now,
God.
now you said you didn't really get by the exact exit, so this stuff was lurking around the area?
Well, sometimes you'll see an exit, and you'll stop very briefly and just look and go, nah, and then keep going.
Right.
But by that time, there's already, like, say there's been an oil spill on the ground at the exit, and you realize that your vehicle has picked up some of that oil spill.
Right, okay.
Wait a minute. It's always nice to give an analogy like that you can do over the radio. I'm so happy with myself.
What's that, Dice?
We're talking about cars?
No, not really, no.
No, you lost me now, because it's like, one minute you're talking about, pudding. Somehow this girl got pudding stuck on her rear.
Butterscotch pudding.
All right, listen.
Butterscotch pudding.
The listeners are going nuts. People are just calling up saying, I'm retching, I'm puking, cut it out, stop.
Yeah, see, that's not a good image for me.
Well, how do you think I feel? I mean, this is just stories that are getting nauseous. This is my life.
Did that even wash off?
Yeah, believe me, it did. I had that Purell stuff in the car.
Yeah.
That you clean your hands with. That wouldn't even do the trick.
Like acetone or something.
I don't know what she eats, but I wish she would change her diet because that was extraordinarily unpleasant.
What, you've gone to see her again?
No, and I hope she's dead as we speak. I don't know her name, but I don't care for her at all.
That's not a good attitude.
That's amazing.
That was very icky. How are you not aware of that?
But he says, like, when he's doing like the dog sniff routine, the flower sniff.
Right.
Like, even if it's a little tough, right?
Right.
He's got to stay in there because you got to be a team player.
Yeah, you got to be a good guy.
You got to be a team player.
What are you going to do?
Even if it's a little, like, tart or, like, tarnished. You know what I mean?
Tart.
Well, what are you going to do?
What's that noise?
If it's the fourth quarter and your team is down by 3 and your uniform's a little dirty, you can't just go, hey, I got to sit on the bench. You got to get out.
Still dives in there.
Yeah, I'm a good guy. I care about people, and that's the way I deal with things. I don't want to embarrass somebody.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Oh, some guy's saying he can probably still smell it under his fingernail.
No, believe me, I washed quite thoroughly. I was like an obsessive compulsive. I could not stop washing my hands.
And then everything smells fine, and then an hour later you go back and go, God, it's back.
Well, it's like a bad car accident. You just can't stop sniffing, even though you know it's going to be horrendous. You just keep sniffing.
Yeah, he taught me the sniff, though.
But it's not out of pleasant, though. The sniff that I've told you about was out of pleasantries, and like everybody's having a good time, and I'm glad to be alive.
So that thing I do when I perform, that face?
Yeah, it's just
that perfect?
Awful face, yes. It's disgusting.
There you go. There you go. Oh, that's a great story.
Completely true.
Horrid.
Let's go to Matt in D.C. Hey, Matt, what's up today?
Check, please, Opie.
That's nothing.
Douche.
Check, please.
You know what? That's nothing. Wait till you hear the first time Anthony and I did a show together. You'll hear some stuff a lot worse than checks. Check, please.
Guys.
Check, please. That's I'm leaving.
Right.
Check, please.
Hey, we're on regular radio. We couldn't,
Did you hear us dancing? That was a dance around that shit. We were talking about Jimmy, and Jimmy's there telling a story about a woman and a shit coming out of her ass and getting on his fingers as she was sucking his cock in the front seat of the car, and he got shit all over his hand. And we were able to talk about that.
And credit to me, how good was I on the phone dancing around it, huh? For a rookie.
A rookie.
I was rubbing. It wasn't like it was just like I remember thinking it was sweat. I remember it. I thought it was like just sweaty ass, which was like a little icky.
Oh God!
It also says Jim's 12th call on the MiFi right now. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for reiterating that while I was talking.
Go ahead, Jimmy. Done. All right. Let's go to Rich in Pennsylvania. Rich, what's up?
Hey, good morning, fellas.
Hey.
I want to try to play devil's advocate for E-Rock here.
Okay.
Now, he wasn't with you guys when you were in NEW, right?
Right.
So maybe he was thinking you guys may have hung out before the actual first phone call.
Yeah, we know his thinking. We understand that. I just, you got to check that stuff. You got it, Steve?
All right.
No.
I don't know. I'm out.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Steve, Mike?
We do have the first in studio. This is definitely the first time.
What is this? Oh, okay. That's not what we asked for.
Are you crazy? You're going to upset him.
Steve's going to kill you.
I just wish I walked into the studio having said, hey, I've got this first in-studio visit, and nobody of the fucking 3 people sitting in front of computers could have actually said, don't waste 8 minutes of your life fucking picking through that because he's already got it in the studio.
Yeah, I have it right here. Look.
Yeah.
What 3 people?
Yeah, what 3 people did that to you?
Or 2 people, I'm sorry.
What 2 people?
Which 2 people would that be?
One green goblin-looking motherfucker and one mayo-eating motherfucker who just, I don't know.
Wait, who's the green goblin guy?
Danny.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. And here comes Danny now.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's a good thing.
But Danny's
It's
not.
really a good
Is
day.
Danny really good?
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's a
Danny's,
fight going on.
Danny's giving Steve shit?
No.
When did that
Wait,
happen?
open up the door.
Remember when
Open
Danny
up the
used to
door.
have to kiss ass?
What's going on? What happened?
Problem?
Travis, jam your body under the door.
Danny, what happened? Is Danny pissed? Oh, Danny is pissed, for real.
Well, what happened? Steve says you wasted his time and kind of derailed the show.
You and
Waste any
E-Rock.
of his time. I don't even know what he's doing.
I walked in there and saying, I've got audio of Jimmy's first
Stupid, I'm not
in-studio.
even listening to you. I'm looking for the first call-in.
Oh,
I have
stupid.
headphones on, and I'm going through audio.
Dude, you were talking to me while I was going through it. I must have said it 4 fucking times.
Yeah, but considering that we're looking for the first call-in, not the first in studio, I thought that was abundantly clear.
No, it was not abundantly clear.
Well,
And no one told Steve that you could stop looking for the in-studio. They have that. We're just looking for the call.
Right.
Hold on, let me ask stupid. Did you know that he was looking for...
Please don't call me stupid today.
I'm just repeating what Danny said.
Uh-oh.
Hey, what happened?
What?
My mic's fucked up.
What are you talking about?
There it is.
What's that?
Steve's touched the mic and it fucked up again. You hear that? Do you hear anything screwy?
Yeah, I
Of course. Just let it be. Who cares?
Oh, I was so close.
Who
Ripping
cares?
that out of the mask.
Here, hit that microphone again. Sweetie.
There it is.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
good. That's the way we're
That's
do a show.
smart.
Nobody touch anything. Just stand here.
No one touch anything. You might get electrocuted.
So Steve is
Extra
saying...
treat for everybody.
Steve is saying that he went in there saying he was looking for the first in studio, and no one told him that they already had it. And Danny said, "Hey, stupid, I was doing the audio."
Right.
No, he didn't.
Oh, yes, he did.
Fuck yeah.
Why do you think I just called you stupid? I was calling it back. You want to replay that?
What?
Jimmy's trying to...
Well, I'm just Danny doesn't care. He said it.
I'm saying I'm not the one that collected the audio in the first place. I mean, Eric knew that.
Yeah, there's 2 things going on.
Eric knew that
we
that-
wanted the
that's-
first
that's
in
what was in the
studio,
studio.
which we definitely got. We
Okay.
all are in agreement. The first time Jimmy was in studio was with Frantic Fran. We
Yes.
know that.
Yeah.
We're just looking for the first time he called the show when we didn't know anything about him.
Right.
And I made that perfectly clear to people. We didn't know shit about Jimmy. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like, who is this guy? I wasn't hanging out with him backstage yet. I didn't know he twitched.
You guys were nice to me. Just
Anthony
because
didn't
I was
know
with
his
Dice.
sexual history.
Wait, Derek,
Okay.
do you have that? I just want to confirm that I didn't call Steve stupid first because I don't want Steve to think that I'm being belligerent to him.
All right, Derek is going to play back the show in a second or two
Yeah,
here.
I'm not. Danny doesn't care. He just said it. He's not afraid of Steve.
Did you say it, Danny?
Yeah, probably.
Are you going to take that, Steve?
See, that's why when I called you stupid, I thought you knew I was.
This is one of those conflict moments where I love Danny. I would love very much to smash his face into the console.
oh, no.
I was saying
It's
it wasn't-
not going to happen,
I don't
though.
understand why I was being
That's why-
shit on when I was just.
You know
no,
what?
you're right. Stupid just does that sometimes. That's a good
why
point.
it's
What does
great
Steve know?
radio because we just put you in an awful spot.
I know. I mean,
I know I have to beat someone up.
I know
to show
I have-
everyone how strong I really am.
Yeah.
And they will never fuck with me again.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, but I can never do it. That is.
Oh, it looks like Derek has it.
Let's listen. This is from a few moments ago.
I
Oh,
think,
Danny
yeah.
is pissed for real.
Well, what happened? Steve says you wasted his time and kind of derailed the show.
You and
Waste any
E-Rock.
of his time. I don't even know what he's doing.
I walked in there and saying, I've got audio of Jimmy's first
Stupid, I'm not
in-studio.
even listening to you. I'm looking for the first call-in.
Oh,
I have
stupid.
headphones on, and I'm going through audio.
Holy shit! He goes stupid. I didn't even.
And then he
Did
called,
you-
he
you
called
didn't
you
hear that?
stupid and then said audio.
Play it again.
He did say audio.
Dope. Nervous idiot realizes what he just said to a fucking man who could bite his cheeks.
Just like, oh, crap.
Insane.
Did I just say that?
Did I just
audio.
insult a homoerotic computer guy?
I did hear stupid.
All right, here we go again. What happened?
Problem?
Travis, jam your body under the door.
Danny, what happened? Is Danny pissed? Oh, Danny is pissed for real.
Well, what happened? Steve says you wasted his time and kind of derailed the show.
You and
Waste any
E-Rock.
of his time. I don't even know what he's doing.
I walked in there and saying, I've got audio of Jimmy's first
Stupid, I'm not
in-studio.
even listening to you. I'm looking for the first call-in.
Oh,
Stupid.
stupid.
Stupid. I'm not even listening.
Stupid,
to
I'm
you.
not even listening to you.
Wow.
You don't think I'm really stupid, do you, Danny?
No, I love you, sweetie. I was
Okay,
just upset.
sweetie.
All right.
All right. People say things they don't mean.
Why don't we make everyone... Oh, no, the intro's way too long.
For what?
I was going to play a little piece of Danny singing War Pigs at the
at
the Hard Rock Cafe.
It rocks, but that intro is long.
How long is the intro to War Pigs, Jimmy?
A few seconds.
Forever.
It's
probably a solid 40, 45.
Yeah. Well, hold on a minute. We'll give everyone a taste here.
Sing along.
not good, Dan.
No, it's not.
There we go.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, phenomenal. The machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds.
The famous crack.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
A little taste. The video's up on OpieAnthony.com. All the pictures and videos from our fine broadcast St. Patty's Day are up there.
Right.
All right, you guys all right now?
Oh, yeah.
Any more
One big
humiliating
happy-
things to say to our friend Steve?
No.
Who works hard?
Dummy, stupid, anything you want to
Hey,
call him?
incompetent.
Well, it's going to be hard to say anything when he knocks my teeth out in about
Yes,
30
it will
seconds.
Yeah.
Stupid.
E-Rock, anything?
What do you have to say
I
for
bring
yourself?
nothing to the table.
I'd like to hear Eric's
Is this on?
defense.
Is this on? I bring nothing to the table.
No.
I bring nothing to the table.
No.
Wait, Eric. I want Child's Catalog shirt to come in here and defend himself.
All right, well, here's Jimmy's first time in studio with us.
We hope.
This isn't as exciting as doing it the way we wanted to do it.
Yeah.
First phone call and then first in studio. See, it
Would have been good.
Would have been nice.
Would have been good that way.
Here's Jimmy in studio with us for the first time.
Can I say something? You know, you
Well,
had a stranger
You
let
gotta tell him
a
who
gay
Frantic Fran
guy.
was.
Huh?
They don't know who Frantic Fran was.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I was
The audience.
actually going to explain why we have to hear this underwater.
I know.
What a disaster of a bit this turned out to be. This was supposed to be gold.
What happened?
What happened?
Sounds like Perrier Kenny.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, well, at least we got the first in studio.
Yeah.
But now we got to hear it all muddy and like we're underwater.
It's crap.
I wish I didn't break Steve's copy. It was probably better.
Frantic Fran was
Oh, wait.
some old broad.
You got your copy on the floor still?
Maybe Steve's.
Oh, you could probably salvage this. Yeah, put that in and just listen to a minute.
Oh, my God. That broke up real nice.
Yeah, I just think it'd be really funny to hear the smash.
I don't even know. Frantic Fran was like, what, 80-something years
She
old?
was in her 80s, and she was with some really old guy who she was dating. I don't even know what she did, Frantic Fran.
She was like, she played the piano and stuff.
Did she?
And told jokes, I think.
Yeah.
I do something to her the other day.
Yeah.
At least we could do is get a stranger to give oral treats to our opening act.
Yeah, our opening act.
Hey, forget that. Dice.
Hi, Wes Fran. Yeah, Who am I talking to?
Dice, your friend Happy Face. How'd he get that name? Was it when you were sucking his C?
Look, he does it in radio contact. Ash's blood. You see, he even knows radio technology.
Wow.
Who's that guy now?
What?
That's superstar Jim Norton, the opening act.
Oh, that's Jim. Yeah. Of course.
Well, there you go. That
All right.
proves more of my point, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Oh, that's Jim. We didn't know. It's like brand new. Right?
But if first call, he references that we're hanging out backstage. Maybe it's me. I don't know.
Jim. Yeah. Of course. Let him sit down, Kenny. Jim's been here for an hour and a half. Your opening act, and you don't even get him on the radio? Wait a minute. If you guys are the stars of the garden. Yeah. And I'm the, what am I again? What's Special my guest. part? Special guest. I'm the special guest. Which means you have to work a lot harder than us. No, We just show up and So sit. what?
If you know there's time, he could go on. Maybe
He can do
five.
a few minutes. Special girls. He needs special girls with special talents.
Fred?
Okay.
Special girl.
He's heavy into urine.
Say when.
Oh, wait, you told me that Jim's into some sick ass.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk.
What about Fran?
No, I don't want to bang Ben Franklin.
Oh, Kelly,
No, I'm
you gave
kidding.
me that, you know.
That's not right, Jimmy. Come on, respect.
I didn't mean that.
Come on, a little respect. Come
You're
on.
just
The
Kelly.
guy's friends for a long
Strippers
time.
all over him. It's not right. I'm horny. It's not right. It's shaved. It looks like an alien's mouth. She hates me. The old lady hates me.
I'd like
Really
to
does.
run my
No.
fingers through that bald head of yours.
Oh, and na.
Right through the cerebellum. Right through your cerebellum, you understand?
I'm being scolded by $1 bill.
Oh.
Holy.
Why?
If you're happy and you know it, have a stroke.
That's right.
Oh, my God. All right, hey, this is Fran.
Jim Norton, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait till you have one.
Let's get to know Jimmy. What's he about?
Ass.
Let me make the
Eating,
face.
yeah.
This is the face. You ready for the face?
Yeah. What is this, the face of...
Tell him what it is.
The sniff.
The sniff of what?
The cheeks, between the cheeks. See, my parents are listening to this?
Do the hands. What's with the hands?
Yeah, I have to open it.
He's very nervous. His parents actually coming to the garden to watch him perform, and he's awful. Yeah?
Yeah,
I don't mean
real
as a
scum.
comment.
I'm a scumbag, and they're going to see it.
Yeah, they're going to see what he's really like.
I never used profanity growing up. I wasn't allowed, because if I ever used profanity, my dad would drag me into the bathroom and wash out my mouth with his penis.
I like Jim Norton, man.
Thank you. You like him, right?
Yeah, he's hilarious. Yeah, very
funny.
He's effed up, but he's hilarious.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of problems. A lot
I
of issues.
see that by looking at
He's
him.
psychopath. He's got a lot of issues. Tinkle issues. Yeah.
You like the tinkle? You like...
He likes the tinkle. He likes a bucket of it.
Yeah, that's nice.
What is that?
Look at him. He's getting all excited.
You like the golden shower thing?
Through all your years, Fran, did a guy ever, request that you, tinkle all over him for any reason?
When it still came out in liquid form.
Holy God. You're so wrong.
I apologize.
Your parents are listening.
Don't ever
Jimmy.
apologize. No, my parents are listening.
Look how he says parents.
Your
Where are you
parents
from?
are listening?
So Oklahoma or something?
Yeah, where are you from?
Where is wrong with him?
Did Fran...
He's worried about his parents.
From Jersey, my parents.
It was come out like icing, vanilla icing.
Nice. Oh, I got in there nice and you. I'll tell you something.
Like a marshmallow sundae, but it was a Monday.
Ooh, that's syphilis.
Hey, Anthus just in.
Yeah.
Fran?
Yeah.
Opening up for Dice at the Garden. With her organ.
She'd actually be great. You know what?
Wouldn't that be good? She'd get a
Yeah.
standing ovation.
You should set up outside.
Oh,
we'll
good.
give you a couple T-shirts. You throw them out.
You could
Okay,
tinkle on Norton.
Play taps on the organ.
Playing the piano now.
Oh, I thought we went to commercial.
I so thought we were done with the organ.
Did you say what is it, Ricky? Ricky, what is?
What are you doing? Christopher Reeve plays the piano better.
Todd, what are you doing over
Who
there?
said that? Who's saying that? I can't.
It was
Norton
Andrew.
said that. Jimmy.
Clay? Clay said that?
Yeah, I didn't say nothing.
Norton, the psychopath.
Oh, the guy with the parents?
Yes.
Oh.
That narrows it down. The guy with the parents.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Do you sing? Do you sing? I'd like to accompany you.
Do you get a lot of pains?
Pains?
Yeah. I'm
Pains
always
where?
going to doctors for stuff.
Who said?
Me. Stop with that. Stop with the piano.
It's
Get
like
over
the
here.
cow said, shoot the udder to me, mother. What's the matter? You don't know one udder from the other?
Who said what the who now?
All right, listen.
Who said what the who?
Shut up, dummy.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Who said what the who about what?
One cow said to the other, shoot the udder to me, mother, and give the udder to my brother. What's the matter? You don't know one udder from the other?
Write that down for me.
This show has pace. Somebody get me a knife. I want to cut her.
Very good. And there you have it. Jim Norton's first appearance on our program.
Jimmy had some funny lines, man.
Very good.
What a dick I was.
I had to leave for part of that. I was phoning in a complaint to the FCC. Jesus Christ. How did we get away with any of that?
I don't know.
Any of it.
Wash my mouth out with his penis. How did that get
Holy
through?
shit.
It was a different
The
time.
urine drinking.
It was a different time.
It certainly was.
Plus, it was only New York, too.
We were under the radar.
Yeah.
We got away with murder.
Certainly
we'll be the first
did.
to admit that.
Wow.
And Howard got away with murder. That's why it's so funny when he bitches about the FCC. We all got away with murder. We know that.
Yep.
The shit we were able to do because no one
really
cared.
You know, might
All
get
right.
a complaint, but never got a fine.
I understand, though, that as a special surprise, Eric is digging up my 43rd in-studio appearance.
Actually, we got the third time you called from L.A. Ready to go.
Ooh, that's a rare one.
Fan found it.
Fan's
He
good.
really did. It's ready to go here, but it's 18 minutes long. We
I
better not do
despise
that.
call-ins.
But I remember the first time was really uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
and there weren't many laughs to be had. But there was something that we just needed to know more about.
Well, you also guys at
As
that
far as
time
Jimmy
loved
goes.
Dice, and it was, you know what I mean. He was a big name coming on the show, and he was talking me up. He really,
But that's why I want to hear
well.
the first call, because I'm wondering how bad was it really? Because we always talk about, like, oh, man, the first time I was on the show, it was awful, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
it was
blah.
okay. It was just.
But I bet you there were some laughs in there.
I'm sure there were.
I just don't remember anymore, and I guess we're not going to know.
Nah.
All right. Laszlo.
D-Rock's coming in with our first call. He's just editing out the parts where we talk about Brokeback Mountain.
Wait a minute, Ant. See, that wouldn't be the. Oh.
Laszlo outside the studio. He'll join the program next.
But there's one up there in one of those cams that I don't know what you're thinking to turn a camera on. If that's what you look like, fucking put a camera on the cat box.
Pal Talk is a big part of our show now. Some girl is combing her hair for hours, and some mom is putting on socks. Isn't it wonderful?
The girl
That's
combing her
Pal
hair
Talk.
is very attractive, so I can watch that because there are at least a bosom swell in the shot.
You know, when you comb your hair for that long,
Yes, Laszlo?
when you comb your hair for that long, there may be issues.
Yeah, it's
Who
long,
cares?
it's knotted.
Issues, schmissues.
Exactly.
All right, let's get right
As long as
into
you're not
it.
brushing your pubes.
Laszlo's here. We were counting on the last segment to really up the quality of today's program, and we failed miserably.
Oh, the Jimmy's first appearance.
That
12th
was
appearance.
supposed to be one of those home run bits.
Ah.
It was still interesting,
Happens.
but holy crap, what a clusterfuck. All right, Laszlo in studio. He's got lots of stuff to talk about today.
I think I'm going to try to bring Pal Talk camera on the ship.
Yeah?
By the way, because I do have internet access on the ship.
Ooh.
So I think it would be interesting to have maybe beautiful balcony view, so people can play along at home and watch me cruise to faraway warm lands as you are here in New York freezing your asses off.
Why don't you put it in your millionaire suite?
Because I'm there for fun and privacy.
Well, you don't have to leave it on all the time. I just want to see you walking around in your
You
white
want to see me
underpants.
walking around in my tidy whities
And the
Awful underwear.
and not wearing nothing but a skipper's hat? Look, I'm the captain.
You ever see Q&A? Captain left a sinking ship. When he smacks the gay guy in the face and then fucking chokes him. Got disgusted by all the cornholing that was going on. Fucking Nick Nolte's best performance.
All right, let's get into this, Laszlo. What do you got for us today?
Do you really want internet access on your boat trip?
We have it. It's on in all the suites. They have internet access. Yeah.
I flew. I guess it's the first airline that has internet access in the air.
How'd that go for you?
Lufthansa. It was amazing.
See, that's something that you want while you're flying is internet.
Yeah, 8-hour plane flight.
Sure. Yeah.
You can.
Lufthansa has it?
Yeah.
Do they have plugs for your laptop?
No, that's the
Where
problem.
do they fly
So
to?
your battery runs out. Yeah, that's
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
Germany.
That's the big heist. They stole a bunch of laptop cords.
So if you want to go to fuck a chicken, Lufthansa's your airline.
But I brought you a housewarming gift, and I know how well gifts are received on this show.
Ooh.
But I was in an establishment last week enjoying a fine beverage, a place where a certain individual raised a glass in the air and made some great speeches.
Oh, okay.
Maybe fired a few rounds into the ceiling to make a point.
Sure.
Founded a party. Socialist Workers' Party.
Oh, wow.
It's a mug from the Hofbrauhaus where Hitler used to make mini speeches.
Wow.
So
This is wonderful.
when it's 2 a.m, you can. I'm sure you have them all memorized by heart.
Yeah, but, it's always nice to have a visual reminder. That is something. Laszlo, thank you very much.
Sure. That's exactly what he needed.
Really, thanks. We're trying to get him away from that.
Holding a nice, strong lion symbol.
Holding a warm beer, just like A.H. used to drink it. How did he talk so fiery without spilling
That's
it?
great. I'm going to have to hide this when the neighbors come by. By the way, the neighbors came by.
Ooh.
Really?
Ding dong. What the? And I'm hearing some talking. And I hear my girlfriend's downstairs. She answered the front door. And I look down the stairs and I see this guy's, I don't know, middle-aged dude, a little paunch to him, balding gray hair, and his wife, and this little kid. And they come up and go, hey, where are your neighbors?
And you know they were debating.
I played it all out in my head. Dude, I played it all out
they were
afterwards.
debating in their house. All right, how much time before we go over there and introduce ourselves?
Totally. When it was all over, I sat there, me and my girlfriend, and debate. We were talking about it, just going, what was the process there? Do you think they went, I think we ought to say hi? Or is it, hey, we better check out who's next door. We have children. What was the motivation? What spurred it? They said they were off to a movie, which kind of gave them an out. So if they were to be invited in, they could leave to go to a movie, if that was their, motivation.
You didn't invite them in.
It was so awkward.
No, you didn't invite them
I didn't know
in.
what to do.
Right.
So at one point, my girlfriend said,
You actually had to socialize with real people?
And she kind of looked like, you want to come in? We really got nowhere to sit, or boxes all over the place and stuff. So, and they're like, no, we're going to the movies. We just want to introduce ourselves. And they introduce themselves, and then the father goes, you need any help, don't hesitate to give me a call. I know how to hang a few things.
Why don't you start with yourself?
Yeah, all that I could think of when he said that was his basement and young children swinging from their necks.
That's her neighbor.
I know how to hang a few things. I bet you do. But he was the, hey, how you doing? And he's the guy I saw, shooting some hoops with his son in the driveway and stuff. Just the typical suburban.
He was the one that was
dad.
picked. He was the one that was picked.
You think they had a little meeting in the
absolutely.
neighborhood?
And now
I didn't even think of that.
And now the wife is calling the rest of the households now to give them the full update.
The update. What could they give?
He's an Italian.
I know. He's a Guinea and a Catholic.
He's in the mafia.
Not Jewish.
What was the ethnicity of these?
They're all Jews. I live in a completely Jewish neighborhood. That's it. Not Indians, not nothing. They are all Jews.
Perfect.
And me. And the guy came out, but I didn't think of that maybe they sent them on a little mission. And now, though, I'm at the point now where it's wave at the guy. Like that, because he pulled out of his driveway at the same time I'm pulling out, and now we give each other the little wave. Hey, how you doing, neighbor? And he waves to me. Pulls out in a nice, Lexus and stuff, and then I'm pulling out and waving to each other. I love the suburbs.
Do they know who you are?
But no, that'll ruin everything.
What are you going to tell them you do?
I don't know.
Did you ask?
No, it was a very short thing, but it was like I said, well, when we get everything, when we get some furniture and stuff, I'll have you over, kind of thing. But what do you do? Because the first conversation you get is, so what do you do?
I work.
He's probably some kind of finance thing, a banker,
tell me you work
money
for media
lender.
relations.
All right, but what do I say? Media relations.
Say, sir, what do you do besides control the media and World Bank?
So what are you talking about?
But the other thing is now suburbia is very nosy, which is good because it keeps the crime out. But they also see me leave at an ungodly hour, or maybe they don't. Early in the morning.
You're an Italian leaving at an ungodly hour.
I leave at an ungodly hour.
Oh, they
and
are just freaked out.
Then, dude, I pull up 11:30.
Right.
I'm home for the day.
All right, done for the day.
I'm done for the day. And that's it. I'm done.
Oh my God.
I can only. What are they thinking? My God, they're looking through the window. He only works for a couple of hours a day.
You should just unload shovels every day.
11:30. Like in the middle of the night.
Not even.
A lot of rolled up carpets.
Yeah,
bringing them out to my Escalade. Throw them in the back. Pull out real slow. How you doing? You want to give me a hand with this? No.
Should really just freak him out.
People in the neighborhood are talking about how you were standing out front going, get your fucking bedroom suit. put it on the fucking truck and
Oh,
get out
that's
of
true.
here.
Yeah, the scene with the furniture company where they loaded furniture in and then a few minutes later loaded the same furniture back out onto the truck and left. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Like, I have certain stereotype views of Jewish people in my neighborhood, and they're mostly positive because it's great for the neighborhood, the value and the security and stuff like that. But I'm sure they have certain stereotypes about Italians.
They can't be
that
happy that
only
you're
work
at 5:30 in the morning.
that
every
only
day.
work a couple of things, drive a black Escalade, and just kind of don't have a real job.
Kind of working a few hours. Home every day by 11:30.
I'm doing well for myself.
Oh, can you imagine
Apparently
the
I have
chatter that's going on behind your back?
Apparently the realtor told me it was a record-breaking sale in the area. So obviously I'm doing well for myself. I don't work. I'm Italian. Oh, this could be good. I could have fun with this one.
Burlap sacks into the bag.
Burlap sacks.
And just shovels at 5:30 in the morning. Really get them guessing.
Or say, look, if someone comes around asking questions, just tell them I'm not home.
Just say I'm not home. And you know how you came over to say hi and stuff? You didn't even do that. You didn't talk to me. You don't know me at all from a hole in the wall.
So what was talked about?
Nothing really. Just how he can hang a few things or two. Introduced me to him, his wife, and one of his sons, I guess, who's about, looked about 8. But then I noticed there's a couple other kids. They have a trampoline in their backyard, and the little kids were jumping on the trampoline. And
please let us know the day that it turns and he absolutely hates you or you hate him.
I'll keep you updated on the progress of this relationship.
Because the whole neighbor thing happens exactly like that.
Yeah.
But it always ends bad.
Let me tell you about me, though.
They always turn into being the asshole.
I know. I made a vow many years ago. I have my friends. I don't need any more. I got Joe Curry. I got Adam Ferrara. I got a few other friends, Bill Brady, things like that. Have them all. Don't want new ones. Don't need new ones. Don't have the energy to build up new relationships like that. I have work acquaintances that I consider friendly. But the truth of the matter is, if this job fell apart, I'm looking at Stinky over there in the office. Derek, love you, but you'd just be another Stinky.
Ooh.
We you know how many beers me and Stinky tipped back, hung out, cigarettes we smoked in the office. It's friendly, but not a friendship. I don't want new friends. So the neighbor thing to me is completely new. I don't think I want a new relationship in my life like this. But I think in this neighborhood, that's how they operate.
Yeah.
It's a lot of knowing each other and visiting each other's houses and things like that. The builder to the house. Yesterday I had both doors open because I had furniture moving in, and before I got down to close them, I hear, Anthony! And the builder's in my house. Like, excuse me, I bought it.
You don't need to be here anymore.
You can leave now.
Right.
I inadvertently left the door open. Please leave. Like, I'm done with knowing people. Right. I know everyone I want to know. Now I got neighbors.
Here's how you get rid of the neighbor.
Yeah.
It's very subtle. You set up on your balcony.
Okay.
You take a telescope and you aim it at the trampoline, and you just sit there and watch.
And lick your lips.
Who says that hasn't been done already?
You don't do anything. You just watch. You stand up. You watch with your hands on your hips, and you shake your head like, wow. And you walk in for a couple of minutes, and then you come back out and watch again.
Big thing sticking out the window, so it's obvious.
No, on the balcony you do it.
On the balcony.
You bring it on the balcony, and you aim it. And what you do is
make sure the sun's reflection glints off the lens into their eyes.
And you but what you do is you do that, and then you bring over a gift, and it's bathing suits for the kids. Little white bathing suits, skimpy bikini shorts.
Nothing creepier than neighbors that take interest in the children.
Yeah.
Oh, is that creepy?
Hey, if
that
you go
could
away
work.
for a few days, you could always, we don't mind watching them.
Yeah. You got it. You need a babysitter?
Yeah, we got a king bed.
We're good.
You ever see Midnight Cowboy? We'll watch him like that. We'll all drink with a cowboy hat on in bed. Call them lovers, send them to the movies for
Kids
$1.
like cartoons because I got a lot of anime porn. A lot of it.
You should just, every day at 11:30, just run into your house with electronic boxes as fast as you can. just
do things to freak out the neighbors.
Just open the hatch and just run boxes into your house as fast as humanly possible.
I got to do something, but I'll keep you posted on how this relationship with my new neighbor is going.
Oh, it's just gonna
because
turn
they
out
initiated
awfully.
it, and now I feel compelled because we're waving to each other now that it's got to continue. There's going to be the I know when the weather gets nicer, Opie, there's going to be lawn talk.
Barbecues.
There's going to be like the talk that we have when I'm out on my lawn having to do something and he's on his. It's going to be, hey, how you doing? And going to come over and talk about seed or some kind of fertilizer or what do you use here? All that kind of.
Also, the borrowing of the tools.
I don't have tools.
That would be smart.
I call the guy. He has the tools.
You do have tools. They're called listeners.
Let's
go. By the way, the beautiful part's going to be when they start digging that pool. Oh, the fucking conversations you're going to... it looks like you're putting a pool in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either that or it's a mass grave.
Yeah, make it look like...
You got any lime?
Yeah, make it look like a mass grave until it's obvious that it's a pool.
Yeah.
Let's go to Ben's Raw Ass.
Oh, shit.
Ben's Raw Ass.
Hey, boys.
Hey,
you know what? Anthony's neighbors are probably talking about Anthony like he's a Clopex from the burbs. This is my brother, the doctor.
Not a very popular movie, but he goes, oh, fuck. He knew he
it
blew
might be good if anyone saw that movie.
Yeah, if you saw the movie.
Chris in Pennsylvania.
Hey, a couple things. One, Aaron, you know the way Jews work. They probably already know who you are, and they're just like gossiping, like, you know, who moved in next door. So they might have an idea who you are. And also, you should just embrace the neighbors. They don't, not like be friendly. Just be friendly. Don't be like.
I'm very friendly, but I don't want things like going over there for dinner type thing, because that's how those things progress.
Not really like that.
They progress, and then if you put them off too many times, then you got a bad friendly relationship because they put us up. What, we're not good enough for them to come over to dinner. It's just a big pain in the ass.
How Jewish are these people? Are they can't turn the lights on certain parts of the day Jewish? Or?
I'm still figuring that out. The whole neighborhood's Jewish. I know because every restaurant I've gone to, the conversations are nothing but tumors, heart attacks, and dead people. You sit at a restaurant, you want to have a good... Did I tell you about your aunt? Your Aunt Meg, she's in the hospital. She's in the hospital. She had a clot in her leg. The doctor, a very good doctor, had tried to have it removed, but it moved the clot. And now and I'm trying to eat, and it's just nothing but disease talk. Jewish people in restaurants, when they get together with their whole family, it is all disease talk. That's all it goes to. And it disgusts me. I'm like, can we not listen to this shit? God.
All right. Well,
but it's part of the, you want security. You got to live in those neighborhoods.
I would love to live in a Jewish or gay neighborhood. Well kept.
Let me
no
tell you
problems.
No
one's fucking with you.
The streets are. They're doing work next door. They're doing. They're building another house. So they're pouring foundation, everything. The work trucks leave. Now you know how when work trucks leave a job site, the dirt that gets picked up in the treads goes onto the street for a certain amount until it wears off. They pull out till there's no more dirt, and then hose the street down to clear the dirt off of the goddamn street. It's you just don't see that. It's a wonderful. It's like Leave It to Beaver neighborhood.
It's a germ-free utopia.
It's a Jewish Leave It to Beaver neighborhood.
We need Ant's neighborhood music when he talks about this stuff.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I know once the weather gets nicer and people come out, you're going to see the blossoming trees on the lawn. Opie, I have trees on my lawn that I don't even know what they are yet. One looks like a weeping willow. The other one, I think there's lilac bushes right there. My lawn, it's a little brown now from the winter, but I know once summer comes, it's going to be a lush green lawn, just like the rest of them.
Are you walking
and I'll
around
say,
your lawn?
Howdy, neighbor.
Are you walking around your lawn with a pipe?
I want to get a corn cob pipe.
Just taking it all in.
And a little fedora. And just go, hi, neighbor. And have him go hi back to me as he's putting down some lawn seed. And I'm mowing the grass. Like that'll ever happen.
Hey, how's the firm? Good. How was it fucking strippers with a plastic bat? Not bad.
All right, some things will have to be worked out.
Wait till they find out who you are.
I know. I don't know what to do about that.
Then you're going to see people running into their houses every time you're around.
Like my realtor asked that. She's like, so, you work for satellite radio? I'm like, yeah. She goes, what do you do?
Hate that
I go, it's XM satellite radio. Oh, what channel is that? I go, it's 202, the Opie and Anthony show.
You give them that much information?
Well, they ask. What do I say? I don't know what channel I'm on.
I don't even go that far.
What do you say?
I go, I'm in marketing.
All right.
That's all I say.
I could do that
I
and
swear
lie.
to God.
But let me tell you something. When you're with a realtor, you're building up another relationship. So they learn about you. They all of a sudden she starts asking you marketing questions. What the fuck are you going to say?
I go, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're marketing.
I'm not even kidding.
I'm marketing up a storm.
That's the most I'll do is I'll say I'm in marketing. When you have and like you have to write the company you work for, so I'll write XM Satellite Radio. Like, oh, what do you do for them? That's pretty exciting. Wow, are you a talk show host or something? I go, nah, I'm just in marketing. I'm nobody. That's exactly what I do, and it diffuses the situation, and no one has asked a follow-up question.
But
what do you do in marketing? Because it's boring. Marketing's like could be anything.
But
You're
what do you
crazy.
do? You build it on lies. And then all of a sudden they get the paper. There you are in the paper. One day he's just flipping through the paper, and there's Opie and Anthony. We've been known to get our faces in the news.
Yeah, but then,
now what do you do?
Well, I market my own radio show that's heard by millions.
The lie catches up to you.
That's okay.
I can't lie to the neighbors.
That's
because
all right.
they find out, and then you lied. So what do you say?
I don't know.
Sanitation. Tell him you're in
Sanitation.
Waste management.
Give him some awful job. I'm a feces consistency tester in a cancer ward.
You should get a plumbing company logo made
and just slap it on the
slap
truck
it on your
before I
truck before you leave every morning.
Good idea. That would look even worse. That would look even more mafia. Oh yeah, he's a plumber.
You give him an awful job that you do. Like, what do you do? I work at the 7-Eleven, and my girlfriend hurt her foot. What?
Or make believe like you won one of those wacky lawsuits.
Oh, that's it. Yeah,
the
slip
coffee
and fall.
the coffee was too hot and it burned your crotch.
Did you hear about the guy at McDonald's that sat on the toilet seat and it crushed his testicles?
Yes,
it's me.
That's me.
That's me. Look it up on the internet.
I got $10 million for that.
10 mil because I can't have kids, but you have yours and I'll enjoy them.
Well, you say I'm an author, and I wrote a best-selling book in Europe called The Lies of the Holocaust.
Want a beer out of my stein?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how that relationship develops.
Yeah, this whole Anthony in the
updated.
suburbs thing, it's kind of new to me. I've always lived there, but I've never been a homeowner, and I've never been in such a suburban-type neighborhood like this. So
this is very foreign for you.
Full of surprises for me.
Yeah.
But I'm very, it's very different for me because I'm kind of, doing things that I never did because I could give a shit about any place I lived before. But now that it's mine, I found myself out on my back patio sweeping it.
Ugh.
I was sweeping the leaves off of it. I thought the same thing, but I'm like, I just got to get these leaves off of my patio.
Anthony's going to do the old lady bend over and start pulling weeds out and doing his stupid gardening.
Fucking housefrau.
No, because I have to do that.
Plumber crack.
I have to do
Giving
it
the whole
before.
neighborhood an oopsie.
No, this is just until the weather gets nice and I call the landscaping company. Because they do it all. They do it all. But now, because, there's a lot of leaves there and the landscaping company wasn't there, a lot of leaves piled up and I wanted to get them off of my patio.
Is it an acre?
A little under. Yeah. It's nice. It's nice. I'll invite you over, Jimmy, once I get a few things and meet the neighbors.
Yeah, I get the pool. I can't wait to show up.
I just can't wait till he shows up.
Wait till Gangster Fag is blaring out my caddy window.
He comes out in a Nazi uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'll be the wigger.
You guys will ruin it for me.
Yeah, we certainly will.
I was thinking it'd be very funny to just have rap blasting and have Patrice out on the front balcony.
I'm gonna
all gangsted out.
I'm gonna show up blasting Rammstein.
Yeah, that'll go over well too.
Too hot, man.
And I'll jump out with a little headband and tight little shorts and a fucking tube top tied, my fucking awful gut sticking out,
bouncing on the neighbor's trampoline.
Yeah,
without permission.
Jump, just clapping at the children as they jump.
And they have a big old sheepdog next door.
Yeah,
perfect American family edition.
Sure that doesn't smell in the rain. Fucking big dirty animal.
All right, why don't we say hi to Laszlo?
Laszlo, that's right.
Hi, sweetie.
Wait, actually, this is a good story, though. Hold on a minute. Brad in Dallas. Brad. Brad. Laszlo, you're going to have to wait a minute. Brad.
Brad.
Yeah.
I hope you can do justice to the title that is up on your call with your story. Go ahead, Brad.
Well, I moved into this neighborhood a couple years ago, and it's a nice neighborhood. And me and my wife were doing some yard work. Well, when they first moved in, we went over and introduced ourselves, and I was the eager to get to know the neighbor guy, and we was talking for a while, and he wasn't really that open. He kind of was like you, you know. Fuck you, get the hell out of my house.
I didn't say that.
So
but...
a couple months later, me and my wife were
By the way, I
talking
want to go inside the show a little bit here.
Yeah.
Brad is very nervous.
Very
to be on the
nervous,
radio.
aren't you, Brad?
He's doing the old clear the throat. How nervous are you, Brad?
not really that nervous.
No? Well, you just got a lot of
Not
phlegm?
so much, no.
It's going good.
All right, so
I
you're
was just smoking a cigar, so.
all right. You were doing the neighborly thing in this new neighborhood. You were that guy. Go ahead.
Right. So a couple months later, we're in the backyard. We're doing lawn work, and I'm mowing the yard. And as I come to my fence, I look. We got a privacy fence, and I open up the gate, and I look across, and there is the neighbor's teenage daughter blowing her boyfriend on the air conditioning unit.
Bravissimo. Oh, no.
I couldn't fucking believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it. I yelled at my wife. I mean, there's kids, like, outside, you know, running through the water sprinklers, and there's the strollers and the women walking down the road with their carts.
Right. Nice
And,
suburban scene.
Yeah, exactly. So I call my wife over, and I go, look at this shit. And she looks over, and the dude looks over at us and gives us the fucking heads-up nod. What's up, man? I fucking couldn't believe it. And we didn't say anything. We told the neighbor about it when we were talking the next day. She's like, oh, you're so full of shit. I don't believe that's going on. A couple months later, she catches the daughter. She's outside washing her car, and the daughter gets out of their, they had a Durango. She gets out of the Durango and pulls up her pants, and the kid jumps out behind her.
What a good
So
girl.
there's obviously something going on.
Dude, you told the neighbor's parents, though?
No, we didn't tell the parents.
Oh,
The kids were homeschooled.
Told the neighbor on the other side, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what neighbor did you
we
tell?
We told the neighbor right next door to
Oh,
us.
okay.
The people that we saw were directly across the street.
Oh, hot, man. You should have whacked your bag to it.
Did you ever
So,
did you ever have to talk to the father of the daughter?
Well, we did a few months later because all the cops showed up at their house one day. Well, we noticed this midget was coming over there pretty frequently. I'm telling you, dude, this is not the kind of shit that I would have expected when I moved into this neighborhood.
Sounds
And
fantastic.
this midget used to drive around in a Ford Escape. And I don't know if he was sitting on a bucket or something, but his fucking huge head was always up in the front of the fucking window. So it was kind of awkward looking the way the dude would always drive around. Well, he was with some kind of youth ministries bullshit. And when the cops showed up there that day, they were looking for him because apparently the midget had been fucking the daughter, too.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
That's
It is
great.
not a lie.
As far as Christian midget, as far as I'm concerned, every midget should be an atheist.
Yeah, right. What God would do that?
Well, I thought you guys might enjoy that story.
Oh, that's a great story. Thank you, Brad.
All right, buddy.
God's little collection of leftover parts.
All right, let's
have these little stubby legs, pop them on a big head.
let's say hi to
Let her go.
Laszlo. Fulton in Pennsylvania. What's up? He has a question for
I know who
Laszlo.
that girl was. That was blowing her boyfriend. I think it might have been that girl that her and her boyfriend shot their parents to death. But I called Laszlo to ask him about the PS.
Hold on,
a
sir.
minute.
You can't just move on from that.
Are we on a conference call here?
Nah. I was nervous, so I had to take the call in the bathroom.
Oh, so you're taking a shit while you call?
Yeah.
Sir,
Good.
you have to take this.
Okay.
All right.
Horrid. Now
Well-
continue.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, I want to talk to Laszlo about the PS3 and what he thinks about Sony pushing the date back to the fall. And is it going to be worth buying when it comes out?
Well, I think they're delayed over the whole Blu-ray DVD technology. I still think they're going to be miles ahead of the Xbox. The Xbox came out way too soon.
Way too soon, huh? But they're making money right now with Sony's
It's not selling that well in a lot of places. It didn't do that well in Europe, and it didn't do that well in Japan. And
What are they saving up to? Saving up to be Jewish? What are they saving time to be Blu-ray compatible?
Yeah, basically.
Is that what they're doing?
What's Blu-ray?
Oh, it's the latest in DVD and
the new
gaming.
DVD format. There's Blu-ray and there's HD. It's two competing formats for high-capacity discs that you'd be able to put like 25 to 50 gig on a disc.
Oh, they're burnable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I actually, when I was at the CeBIT convention in Germany last week, I saw some of the first laptops that have the HD.
Chicken. Yeah.
They are so bugged out about bird flu over there, dude.
Stop fucking chicken.
Exactly.
It's
Damn Nazis.
Well, like a cat in Germany got bird flu from playing with
a cat got the bird flu.
So now all these krauts are freaking out and taking their cats to the shelters, like getting rid of their animals, and the shelters are overrun.
Really, 1943 derogatory term? Krauts. What are the Japs? What are the Nips doing? So I was out hanging with the Jerrys.
So what's up with the laptops and the HD?
Well, the Toshiba's already coming out with laptops that have the high-capacity drives in them. Blu-ray is going to be a little bit longer. Sony said that that's the competing format and the one that I think is going to win.
Why do they got to do this? It's like beta and friggin' VHS. They got to have two competing formats, so you go out and buy one, and that's the lemon, and then you got to buy the other one because there's nothing available for the one you bought.
Yeah, the reason that there's two competing formats is each side wants that format to win so that they get residuals on the technology.
Right. You think Sony's going to?
I think Sony's going to end up winning. I think the Blu-ray is going to end up knocking it out. It stinks that the PS3 is going to. I mean, the PlayStation is such an old technology. The PS2 it came out like 2000.
Yeah. Is it that long ago already?
Wow. It's an old technology. But they've been focusing on the PSP. And the PSP has been doing very well. And supposedly this summer and later this fall, the PSP is going to drop dramatically in price. Because that's the problem. It's like a $400 or $500 investment.
Yeah. I love my PSP.
I've been playing it like a madman.
Makes traveling so easy.
Have you played head-to-head on a plane yet?
No.
Yeah, that's a blast. Cousin Ed and I were playing head-to-head on a plane. We're playing Grand Theft Auto. And he's across the aisle, and I'm yelling, "You got the rocket launcher?"
Oh, shit. Yeah, certain games you probably shouldn't play.
You guys can play against each other on a plane like that?
Yeah, the PSP is wireless, and you can play with other people around the country. It's amazing.
Jesus. What about, you got any info on The Godfather? It's coming out today, I think.
It is coming out today.
For,
looks really nice.
PC.
It's got a non-linear sort of storyline, similar to Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, a little Grand Theft Auto-ish. I saw a few of the teasers to it, where you walk into a store and kind of try to shake some guy out of some security money, and beat the hell out of him and rip his place apart. Seems pretty cool. A lot of baseball bat action, guns.
You gonna buy it?
Yeah, I'll get it. Definitely.
You gotta check that one out.
Gotta check it out.
There's a lot of things on your list to cover here, Laszlo.
That is true.
The mobile phones. What are we doing with mobile phones these days?
The thing that really made me laugh when I was at CeBIT was some of the mobile phone companies out there are recognizing the fact that technology for old people is a real stress on us younger people.
We've said this on the show so many times, and I see what we're going to talk about here, and it's about time, and I think there's a market for this.
Because, I mean, like the computer. I bought my parents a computer, and it was like giving them a fucking nuclear reactor, and the phone's ringing every other day, like, oh, the Norton antivirus doesn't work, and the this, and how I can't print anymore. It's just like, why did I buy you this thing?
Yeah.
You know, let's start even with something a little easier. Like I gave my mom a DVD player. She's not a dummy. She cannot grasp the concept
of a DVD player.
Yeah, with the menu and stuff, and going from here to here. All she wants to do, is take her stupid old movie, throw it in, and push play.
Right.
And you can't do that because it goes to the menu first, and then she cannot grasp the concept. And I know I'm not alone here.
No,
there's a market for with this brand new technology to come up with a simple form of computers, like you said, DVD players, and we're going to talk about mobile phones.
And mobile phones, there's some manufacturers in Europe that are making phones for specific demographics. So you've got like the 50 to 60 market, the 60 to 70 market, and then 70 plus, and each phone has less and less features as they get older. And the one for the 70 plus is just like this big red, like, help, I'm dying button.
Button! Help me! Yeah, it's just a big red button to the hospital or morgue.
The phone for 90 plus just doesn't even work. Doesn't even have a battery.
Doesn't need one.
It's a phone with a diaper attached to it.
But like,
charge it.
You go to Verizon store and buy your parents a phone these days. Even the simplest, like, base model, it's got all these menus and the text messaging.
Yeah, they can't figure it out.
They can't figure it out.
Can't check their messages.
They can't even
nothing.
check their voicemail.
Nope.
So
don't know how to get into it.
Oh my God, my dad, when we gave him a cell phone,
snapping pictures of their eyeballs.
He couldn't grasp the concept of freaking checking his voicemail.
Yeah.
And you leave messages for him. And
right.
Like, I left you a message. Like, I don't know how to do it. Great.
It's not that they don't know. They just don't want to. They just don't want to learn. They don't even want to learn because they're not dummies. But they just gave up learning new technology a long time ago.
They get overwhelmed, and they're afraid of being overwhelmed by this new. Like, it's almost like once I get into it, I'm going to realize how much I don't know or how much I've missed.
Oh.
It's like eating one M&M. It's like you don't even want to know how good it is. You know, it's just something overwhelming
take me
about
forever. I'll be able to learn just enough to realize how old I am.
But it's a silly technology simply because most old people who don't know how to use it will be dead soon. Anyone else growing up does know how to use it. So
yeah,
it's like,
just a matter of time before everyone knows what they're doing. Because, the old people will be gone.
I have a question for Laszlo after you do this.
Mike in New Hampshire. I'm getting killed
yeah,
today on
Opie,
the
there's
phones.
no way that they're going to try to make DVDs and computers easier for old people. There's no market for it. Pretty soon, all those old people are going to be dead anyway, so there's no point in doing any work in the R&D area for that.
Thanks, Norton.
Anthony.
I think it would be quite simple,
No,
though, to make these DVD players where all of a sudden, like I said, make it as easy as throwing the DVD in and, push and play.
Or how about this?
Have it work like a VHS player.
You give people over 50 directions and you say, fucking read this, and they learn to read directions like the rest of us have to.
Ooh.
How about that? They can operate motor vehicles. They can hit play and figure it out.
Motor vehicles? Yeah. Has anything changed in the car in the last 30 years?
Well, no, but I'm saying it's like your brain hand coordination. I mean, you're fucking.
Can't even do that after a certain.
Nah, I know.
Certain
But you
age.
sit on the couch and fucking.
I hit the brake, and it was the gas, and I drove over 50 people and off a pier.
Right, we're not talking about parents. We're not talking about parents that are still relatively young. I'm talking about parents in their 70s and stuff. It starts to get a little different for them.
Well, my mother, I consider her very active. Very young for her age.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as technology
And really
goes,
hot, by the
stop.
way. Very.
Stop it.
Oh, my God.
Stop it.
Did you see her
Stop
at
it.
the Hard Rock
Stop
Cafe?
Amazing. I didn't see her. I saw
Stop it.
pictures.
Oh, the pictures
Nonsense.
are up on
Quit it.
openanthony.com if you want to see
Quit
for
it.
yourself. But,
Quit it.
Oh, my God.
Quit it.
She knows how to keep
My
herself
mother.
together.
My mommy.
It's amazing.
Stop
Why?
it.
She's really sexy.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
It's not
No.
insulting.
Sexy and beautiful.
Would you stop it?
And nice.
And has a wonderful voice when she's not drunk.
Would you stop it? Don't compliment my mother. Stop it.
That's all you want to hear about your mom. She's a nice lady.
Right. A nice lady.
And we love how you call her mommy in front of everybody.
Hi, mommy.
You never want to hear this. That's your mom?
No.
You never want to hear that.
Ugh.
Oh, well, I heard that a lot on Friday.
It was the worst when Patrice said it.
Especially when she went, that's Patrice.
Shut up.
Oh,
Hold on. We want people to get credit on this show. Sarge from Whackbag. Ooh. Go ahead, Sarge.
Yeah, Anthony had a funny line y'all missed. I could picture it, too, when he said, old people can't figure out the technology. They're taking pictures of their eyeballs.
I didn't hear that.
Thank you, sir.
Some old curmudgeon.
All right, very good.
Just 50 pictures. Because they don't know how to retrieve the pictures either. So when their kid gets it, they're just scrolling through 50 pictures of eyeballs.
That's really funny.
How do you take it?
I got a question for Laszlo. I got a phone right now. It's a Sprint. It's got a Palm Pilot technology, and I want to upgrade to one of the newer ones with the raw Windows. How do I get all my Palm info off Palm onto Windows? Why would the same company put out a phone that you can't transfer your calendar information to?
That's rough.
I know you should be able to move over all your contacts and phone numbers. That's what you're mostly concerned about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can save that as a database file and then import it into your new phone.
Right, you'll have to put it onto your computer and then put it onto
How about
your
calendar
new phone.
stuff?
Oh,
Calendar stuff, I don't know if because you're looking to go to Outlook now, I suppose.
Hey, someone is saying DS is kicking PSP's ass. I had DS. I love. It's not even close.
No,
I love the PSP over the DS.
And every time I talk about like the
Nintendo DS,
versus
obviously, right.
PSP on this show, I get like all these nerd fanboys going, Nintendo rules.
PSP blows away.
I had
the
both,
Nintendo.
and I honestly I threw out my DS. I didn't even want it around the house.
Didn't even want it around the house.
I didn't want it around the house. I
That
threw
is
it
angering.
away with all the games it came with.
Why don't you give it to one of the boys?
They don't deserve it.
So
They
E-Rock
got
can raise a
PSPs.
virtual puppy.
Most of the guys got PSPs.
That's the one I got.
Anyway, are we done with the phones? The Vibe phone.
Oh yeah, they've got
vibrating phones.
ringtones now called Vibe tones that like vibrate out a specific song based on who's calling you. So your phone vibrates differently for your girlfriend versus
How the
your
hell
mother.
are you going to notice that?
I don't know.
Just the pattern of the vibration.
I have panicked when my phone is vibrated. You have it in your pants pocket and just kind of forget about it, and it go and you think you're getting some kind of nerve damage thing happening to your
ball
leg.
bag.
Like you don't know what it
Right.
is, scares the shit out of you.
You ever have a
Sometimes
phantom vibrate when it's not vibrating, but you think maybe?
Yes.
You think it is?
Because you moved a little. You're like, nothing happened.
What is it about phones ringing in your pocket where you just can't get to them?
You can't get
go
them
into
fast
panic
enough.
mode.
You freak out.
Oh my God!
You're pulling keys out and your change and money, and the phone falls out. It's never the first pocket you go for.
What is that about? You just completely panic and you always miss the call.
Always just miss. Boink, missed call. Son of a. And then you try to call the guy back, but he's leaving you a message, so you get his voicemail.
First ring, it picks up.
Yeah.
Who's calling?
Just panic. So phones for old people.
Horrible.
The camera phones are finally getting better.
Yeah, the 3.1 megapixel Sony's got a really nice phone.
They haven't figured out the
there.
phones where you can listen to music yet because it just sounds like crap, right? Or is that getting better finally?
The MP3 phones are getting better.
Getting better?
You know, talking about the phone in your pocket, the Europeans are very worried about cancer. I actually went to this booth and they said, this guy was telling me that, I'm basically nuking the boys.
Oh, Jesus.
Because
it's kind of laying right there.
Yeah, they're actually putting special fabrics in clothing in Europe that will prevent radiation from hitting your.
We got audio of this.
This is fantastic.
Let's listen to this.
This fabric is to keep radiation out.
Yeah, we use it in fashion. Brands from Europe use it inside fashion, and they have jackets and sportswear jackets with pockets for mobile phones inside. So the direct radiation from mobile phones cannot go to your body.
So why are we worried about mobile phone radiation? Cancer? Tumors?
Yeah, maybe. No one knows because we only use mobile phones since 5 to 10 years.
Is there any underwear that you make so there's no radiation on the little guys?
Yeah, I think at the moment this product is not so feeling comfort on your skin.
A lot of people in Europe wearing fabric that keeps radiation out.
Radiation from electronic machines and not only mobile phones produce radiation. So.
I keep my mobile phone in my pocket right here. You think maybe I could be shooting blanks?
What is shooting blanks?
You think maybe it makes me so I can't have a baby?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, well.
God, Jews.
Can happen, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We learned by implanting cell phones into Jews' testes that they do go sterile.
If you'll give me chocolates, you can put more on the list.
Hey, we got a call from Philly. Let's say hi to Dan. Hey, Dan, what's up?
Hey, how you guys doing? I heard you talking about the technology and the parents.
Yeah.
I got the same thing because it's really bad for me because my dad, my old man, he's a lawyer, and he's in his mid-60s, and I'm 30 myself, and the whole idea was for me to kind of go to work with him, and take over the family law practice, things like that, but it's just not happening, and the reason is exactly what you guys were talking about with the technology. He's old school, and he dropped out somewhere around like 1985 when the fax machine came out. And he doesn't want to learn anything
This
new.
infernal machine, the fax.
It happens to the best of us. You just hope that you could, get a lot older before you finally give up on all this. Like we were talking earlier, people give up on discovering new music, and things like that.
Yeah, but technology is something like it's different than music. I mean,
people do give up on technology eventually too.
Absolutely. But it's handy. It makes things more convenient and easier for the people using them.
But the difference is, people, like, for thousands of years, technology now reinvents itself so quickly. It's like, years ago, you had, like, you have an iron hammer for 4 centuries?
That was the new thing. I don't want to use that.
But after the Industrial Revolution, everything, like, it's like a big ball that's rolling, but it's getting tighter and tighter, the cycles.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is, like, flipping over and, like, fuck. Whereas normally, 80 years ago, you probably had to learn a few things when you were old, and that was it.
Yeah, true.
What else we got left?
How to call the police when you saw an interracial couple.
What else we got?
Call the police. You take care of it on your own terms.
That's true. A citizen's hanging.
I was telling Anthony on that same CD, there was I actually spoke with the German military when I was over there. They're testing out remote control helicopters.
Of course they are.
Of course, sure. What are they doing with these things?
Well, as the gentleman told me, they're using them for surveillance.
Looking at the people with the last name that ends with Steen.
You're going to have one hovering over your neighborhood in no time.
I got a couple. They're great.
You want helicopters?
Yeah, you want helicopters?
But yeah, they're like these 4-blade helicopters, and they can maneuver them down halls or whisper quiet. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Want to hear the clip?
Yeah.
For reconnaissance in urban areas.
Like what kind of areas?
Cities, villages, buildings. Reconnaissance.
Synagogues.
Look into windows. It's new. It's brand new.
So what kind of people will you be surveilling?
What kind of people
Yes.
we want to survey? Or?
Yeah, what kind of people do you want to do surveillance? Jews?
I don't have a permission to answer this question.
Okay. You think you could make it maybe drop coins or coins? Drop money.
No.
Oh, Jews love the coins. Make them run into one place. You can take care of them all at once.
Ach so.
Yeah.
No. We don't have money for this.
Wow.
Holy shit!
Who the hell is that?
I was, just having a nice conversation with members of the German military. More furniture, Anthony?
Is your phone ringing, Ant?
Oh, Jesus.
Is your phone ringing?
Yeah.
It's the Anti-Defamation League.
Yeah, apparently, I think there's somebody in the house doing some work that perhaps might have heard some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Whoever's fixing that house right now, tough shit. Don't fucking scratch my fucking floors, motherfucker.
He's talking about you.
Just
That's
fix
not
it,
me.
shit dick.
Turn the radio off.
My
Turn
girlfriend
the radio
lets
off.
you in now. Just fix my shit and get out. Shit
Turn the
dick.
radio off. I don't need scratched floors.
I dare you to scuff my floors,
Shut
pussy
up.
boy.
That's Jim
I
Norton.
dare you.
I'll give you his address. Scratch his floors. It's already got rocks on there. You could just rub them on his floor.
I don't have the rocks anymore.
What happened to your rocks?
Well,
What happened to the rocks?
I'll tell you.
Not fashionable anymore?
They're in a bag.
You throw them at people's heads.
No, I have other rocks. I have a bunch of pictures that I have to hang up because I have the new furniture. I'm going to get a little bit here and there. I haven't hung pictures yet.
Mm-hmm.
So my rocks are now propping my pictures up against the wall so they don't slide. As I
Yeah.
picked up my brand new Ozzy Richard Pryor photos yesterday, I'm in love with them.
Oh,
very good.
Congrats.
All right, Laszlo, what else you got there?
They've got this 103-inch plasma TV that you saw it at the Consumer Electronics Show.
Yeah.
There was a crowd of like 200 people around this thing, and this guy was giving a huge, rousing speech.
Mm-hmm.
And I was standing in back with my TV be gone.
Yeah.
Turned it off mid-presentation.
Did you?
Oh, dude, it was hysterical. It was hysterical.
That'll
TV
piss
be
him
gone
off.
really works, huh?
Oh, yeah, it does.
There's a European version now.
Ooh.
Yes, because there's different codes for
Yeah.
route TVs.
Where can I get...
Anthony just stands at the window at home.
Wait, where can I get these, like, cell phone be gone? Where can I get this stuff?
Mobile phone jammers are illegal in
Yeah,
the
they're
United
illegal.
States, but we were testing one out over there, a new one.
How's it work?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love
How
mobile
big is
phone
it?
jammers. It's about the size of a deck of cards.
They're looking to put some in movie theaters now, which I am absolutely for.
Yep.
Nothing worse than sitting in that movie theater and having a cell phone ring and hearing a conversation from some
Say it.
Come on.
person that also paid to see the movie.
Right.
They sure did. With dead presidents, they paid.
Right.
All right. Dirk's saying we have to take a break. You done with that one there?
Yeah, man.
All right. We'll continue with Laszlo in just a bit. He also brought in the review of the Sirius S50 portable unit.
That's a dangerous
S
one.
is short for shit, by the way.
Just in case
The shit 50.
people think that, you guys are biased, this is an
actual review that we'll get into.
review where they pan it worse than...
All right. We'll get into that next. All right, we're running out of show. We got Laszlo in studio. He's going to be doing a show on 202 on April 8th, I believe, right?
Yeah, man.
He's going to do a few hours for us.
What day of the week is that?
Saturday.
Probably a Saturday night. We're starting to, do some things on the weekend. And actually, you got a promo for your show you made?
Yeah.
Let's take a listen to this really fast here. And we're still trying to figure out what the Pest could do. We want to give the Pest a couple hours on the channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they should start sending in their ideas to who? Steve at FoundryMusic.com.
Steve.
If you have an idea for a show and you're a pest, we want to hear your ideas, and we'll read all the ideas on the show, and we'll give out a few hours to a pest out there, okay?
Add a little
appreciation.
erotic bear type gay photo to the suggestion.
Steve likes a suggestion with a cock picture inside, and the subject heading should be open. This faggot.
Oh shit!
Here's he's gonna kill you one day. You know
I'm
that.
not saying that. I'm just saying that.
Oh no! Here he comes.
No, he's coming in.
Is this the
is
time
horrible.
he finally snaps your neck? I don't know.
But I wasn't knocking
We
Steve.
can only hope.
No,
I was
no,
only
that wasn't
saying
a
that.
knock on Steve.
No.
Steve, give him a bear hug, will you?
I didn't even hear the whole thing, but I'm assuming
Squeeze
I got
the life
called
out of him.
queer for the 8 billionth time.
I didn't actually.
He is the most manly man, and you're calling him.
I'm a man's
I
man.
didn't call him
He is
weird.
a man's
All right,
man.
let's see how long it takes him to get a hard on. Go ahead, look.
Oh, hands back up. The guy, we all go to take a leak before, and again, Jimmy is just standing at the urinal chatting with his pants down to his ankles. It's not even like he pulls it down so just a little bit of his butt shows. He drops his pants like a kid would in front of his potty. He just drops it and stands there with his ass hanging out.
He's a man.
Man, look at him.
Exactly.
Such a man.
Such a man. What kind of man?
He's a real.
Wait for it.
A what? A what?
A real man's man.
That's right.
Exactly.
He's a man. Such a man.
Grr.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Real man's man.
Do you want to kiss me, sir?
A real man's man.
I kiss you on the mouth.
He stinks, and I don't like him.
Appropriate.
All right.
You're all man, Steve.
I do try.
Okay.
Look how svelte. Look how svelte.
Thank you.
He is.
Steve is starting a V.
I know.
Get like
Getting
a
there.
waist
Got a
V.
little V action.
Getting there.
Frightening.
All right, here's the Laszlo promo. Thank you,
What
Steve.
do you want to say?
No, what I was going to say is I don't mind listening to pest show ideas if it's over 3 minutes long. It's
No,
getting...
no. We don't even want that.
Oh, really?
Simple
No, no, no,
email.
no, no,
Simple email
Did I say
to
that?
Steve at FoundryMusic.com. Your idea for a radio show.
Okay.
That's
I thought
it.
you were telling us to send audio
So it
samples.
can be
Okay.
really quick and easy to go through.
Beautiful.
And,
Like
and you
that even
bring
better.
some of the more interesting ideas. We'll talk about on the show, and we'll give out a few hours to a pest out there.
Early prediction? None.
How do you say no so fast?
What?
Yeah,
No.
Did I just do it then? I didn't
No.
No. You know, I keep forgetting that's actually Steve. I thought that was a sound clip
I
from
can't
something
do that.
else.
No. How do you do that?
No. If I would actually have to try to contradict you.
Years of denial.
No. See, I can't even do it now.
No.
I can't do it on the spot.
No.
Do some
I get about
no.
Oh, would you?
No.
Fuckers knock it off.
Steve's getting a phone call and ball cancer.
All right, grr. There goes Steve.
Grr.
Here's the promo for Laszlo show.
Saturday, April 8th.
So you're smoking crack at it was actually it was actually underneath the Brooklyn Bridge. Of course it was.
Opie and Anthony present
I had a piece of cardboard and a boombox, and I was backspinning.
for one night only.
I've laid a couple of chicks out on the expressway. I had one. I didn't leave them, but we had a walk. If you did wheelies going to the Midtown Tunnel, you know, it was like the only thing you focused on was the fact that your headlight was on the top of the tunnel.
The Laszlo Show,
This ain't Little House on the Prairie.
starring Big Wayne,
You banged a homeless girl away?
Yeah, she lived in a car. She wasn't homeless.
Reed Tucker,
I blacked out for like the last 5 minutes. I don't even know what. Is this a radio show still?
and Laszlo.
And as we all know, when it's time to negotiate with an art dealer, it's time to whip out your junk. I'm a controlled recreational drug user.
2 ounces a week?
That's reasonable.
The Laszlo Show. Saturday, April 8th, from 8 to 11 Eastern on XM 202.
Hey, right on.
I
wanna
love
hear
how
that show.
important it is. With that music behind it. It's like, shit, I can't miss this. Exactly.
All right, we're running out of show, and we got a few more things to go through here from the Technophile with
Speaking
Laszlo.
of, Steve's hybrid, they're actually talking about maybe adding sounds to the hybrids because they're too quiet.
Oh, is that
yeah,
it?
there are some pedestrians groups.
well.
They're a little concerned that people like Steve are going to be.
You have an idea.
You know what the horns just sound like?
Huh?
Just a little.
No.
Grr, grr,
Okay.
grr, grr.
How about this? Why don't fucking pedestrians pay attention?
Well, they've got their iPods on.
Because they're hitting people. Is that the
Exactly.
problem?
Hybrid
They're
cars too quiet.
Yeah.
And they want to, make artificial sounds?
Yeah, maybe.
Vroom.
Pedestrian.
You do a voiceover guy. Vroom. Vroom.
Don't we want to quiet down our neighborhoods? It's unbelievable. The
It'd be funny if
noises out
they
there.
made sounds, but it was the sounds of birds chirping. So they stroll out into the road. Fucking asshole pedestrian groups.
Sounds of a quiet roadway.
Well, how about the sounds of a guy in a wheelchair, so it kind of reminds you to fucking watch where you're going? Shit dicks. Hate pedestrian groups. We're a group of people without vehicles. There's pedestrian groups. You know what you're called? Assholes.
By everyone in a car.
And what's this thing about ticket cameras for loud cars?
Oh yeah, there's they're testing out. You know they've got the cameras that will, if they detect you going too fast, they'll take a picture, and you just get a ticket in the mail. You don't even know that you.
How did that law get passed? When we're all sleeping at night?
Yeah,
I'll tell you
one
what-
of those things. Red lights, same thing. You go through a red light, they take a picture. You go through a toll booth without paying, they take a picture, and you got to pay the fine.
But there's no points.
No points because
But-
they can't
prove you drove.
One of the reasons that they've been adopted so quickly nationwide is the manufacturers of them go to cities and say, we will install these for free and split the revenue with you.
See, money.
So just in
Always
DC alone,
be a fine.
they've billed drivers $171 million since they installed them.
Wow.
I don't have any problem with them, though, to be honest with you. I mean, if you're running a red light, you're going to fucking... I don't want to get plowed into.
Let Big Brother
sometimes.
watch us.
You know, I'm not for running red lights, but I'll cut that yellow real close.
And there are times
Sometimes.
you could easily go through a red and no one's going to care.
You can.
Or notice.
But how... They're only at major intersections, and how often do you
But
get,
see,
like... Yeah, I've gotten, like,
you're
two
missing
in all
the
years
point.
I've
They're
been
not
driving.
doing it for safety. They're doing it to collect more money from us.
But I know
That's
that,
what
but I don't
pisses
care.
me off.
I
You
slow
don't
down.
care
No.
that they come up with these things just to
No.
collect more of our money.
I'll tell you why. Because I drive, and I slow down when I know that there's certain lights that have it, I won't run the light. And the bottom line is, I don't want to get fucking
But
paralyzed.
the problem is you don't know where they are most of the times.
But you don't know where a cop is sitting either.
Larry law-biting.
I don't mind that. No, I don't. I'm serious. Shit like that, like I don't. It's not catching you doing anything right and making you wrong.
All right,
If you're running
so
a red light, it's
so
dangerous.
you don't mind they do that. So when they come out with the whole system where they can figure out how fast you've been going between toll booths, now what? Do you mind about that?
Of course, I wouldn't like it, but technically,
all right, but
they'd be right.
But
Running
that's
red lights
that's
more
going to be the next
dangerous.
step. You can't give them anything.
Dude, they already
ever.
can. They already can do that.
But
With
Anthony,
Easy
I'm telling you, Anthony was onto something a long time ago with this shit.
Will you give him an inch?
You can't give him an inch.
You give 'em
Because you
one
don't mind
little
about that.
right.
Well, great. Then they install the old, figure out the math between toll stops.
Dude, they already have that.
And then mail
Yeah,
the
but
ticket
they-
to you.
they- no
Yeah,
one-
they're not
no one's
sending
ever gotten
tickets
tickets.
They're not, but they can.
They can figure
They
out.
already have the
how
technology
fast
to
you
do
were
it.
going.
And you don't mind that, or do you mind that?
It is what it is. I don't have to like it. It's a reality, and it's not illegal. Big Brother is an expression people use, but it's like we've always had Big Brother. I mean, the cops are Big
Thank
Brother.
God.
If you run a red light and the cop is there, you're busted. So I'd rather have a cop doing that or fucking catching criminals.
You know what? You should always mind, is my point. Because they're just going to keep adding more and more shit.
Yeah, they're putting decibel meters on some of these now, so that if you maybe honk your horn too much, or your stereo's too loud, or people have these exhaust systems where they have like a Honda Civic and have an exhaust system to make it sound like it's a Formula One car.
I hate those.
Yeah,
Good.
No one could make that funny. Not only they give you a ticket, but they announce what song you were cranking up. Like it was the Carpenters or something.
I'll tell it for you.
Embarrassing.
You're loud and a faggot.
So you get to this review of the
2
Sirius
points for being a faggot.
of the Sirius unit.
Yeah, the review on the Sirius S50.
Wow, this got a ticket for
Now-
a weight class violation.
Well,
Scoliosis.
to begin with, XM has the Enos and the Helixes, and isn't there a third one that's coming out?
Yes.
When are they coming out? Do you know, Laszlo?
No, I don't.
The Elo
supposedly-
comes with a wig.
Supposedly this
Is that a wig?
No, it's not a wig.
Supposedly
Should be.
sometime this month, I guess we were told. Late March, the new portable units were coming out.
We got a little preview of it. Me and Hope have our own
It's unbelievable
Helix,
how light and small these things are.
They're light, they're small, they're like the size of a very small cell phone.
The sound is unbelievable on them.
It's got the antenna. You are getting live satellite broadcast from XM. Any of the channels you want to listen to, boom, you pop it on. You can record it.
I walk around Midtown with the big buildings and stuff and never lose the signal.
You don't lose the signal. It's live broadcast, and you have the capability of recording, and you could download MP3s from your computer. It's all in one. This piece of shit that they are trying to pawn off as a competing unit by deception is pretty much what they're doing. They want their customers to believe this is a portable unit. They want people to believe they are trying to hide the fact in some of their advertising that you cannot get live programming from this S50. You have to dock it and download programming.
Robin, we've got the technology.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it. It just it's not good enough yet. They don't want to be like the other XM losing signals.
They figured it out, idiot.
No, our units speak for themselves. Everyone's very happy with them.
Yep.
We don't have to bullshit anybody.
This thing is ridiculous. You can pave roads with these.
It's getting a horrendous review.
It's like cobble. Look how big it is.
I know.
It's a brick-looking item. Big, thick. The thing's twice as thick as the XM.
And if you want to record shows, you have to have it in the dock and your car on, or it's
so hard to even understand what you need to do. Sirius promises the ability to record up to 50 hours of broadcast content, but in reality, the options are severely limited. When listening to an individual music station, you can save individual songs with the love button.
It's a clit on your fucking
love button. For talk radio, the options seem better, but are really much worse. While driving, the unit can grab 1 hour chunks. By programming to record ahead of time, it's possible to circumvent the 1 hour limit, but the unit must be docked and, if in the car, powered on to record on schedule. So here's what this portable unit needs: a Buick. It's portable in a motor vehicle. Holy shit! In other words, you can record what you're listening to while driving, or listening to a CD while grabbing a show. Or listen to a CD while you're grabbing a show, assuming the commute is long enough to get the whole program.
As soon as you turn off the car, you fuck up the
You're
whole
done.
process.
Oh my God, what a hunk of crap.
They gave it 2 out of 5 stars, and I think they were being kind as far as giving it 2 stars, it looks like. What else could you say about this piece of shit there, Laszlo?
It's overpriced. I mean, you can get a handheld unit from XM for like, what, $150 now?
Yeah.
This thing is $329. You can get a handheld unit that you can actually walk around in the street and listen to live programming.
Yeah, and here it is. Unless you purchase the home kit for $99 or the new S50 Executive, Jerry, the Executive for $249, the S50 receiver receives satellite radio only when connected to the dock, which must be powered by your car.
And right in the review it says, so why is it such a dud? And they explain it further. It's just a piece of shit. Obviously, this.
And by the way, this is their top-of-the-line technology.
Yeah, this is the competition. Don't be confused with the fine products coming out from XM Satellite Radio. We got the new units. They're going to be on the market in the near future.
When do they come out in stores? I'm going to get online. Best Buy.
Like I said, I thought, supposedly later this month, this month is coming to a close, so within the next few weeks, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Poor Jimmy.
Ugh, fucking cares.
You're
sick of this.
You?
It's just annoying.
It is. Someone
Laszlo.
as cute as you.
Ugh, fuck him.
Thanks again, Laszlo.
Sure, man.
Laszlo will be doing his own show April 8th on this fine channel from 8 to 11 p.m., okay? And I guess that's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
That's it. Party is over. Everybody go home.